I'm Jason Reno at Blaze Alexander Subaru of Lewistown. With more new Subarus arriving, this may be the best time to buy. New Outbacks, Forester, Ascents, and the all-new, all-electric Solterra. Everyone comes with the lowest price, guaranteed. Or we'll pay you $1,000. So stop and shop or visit us online at BlazeSubaruLewistown.com. Why go anywhere else when you know that you'll get great selection, great service, and our lowest price guaranteed? Or we'll pay you $1,000 at Blaze Alexander Subaru of Lewistown, just off the Burnham exit of 322.
WTHA Skynet Camera is brought to you by Fiore Pre-Owned Vehicle Center.
Crisco, you need a new car. Call my mom. Where's Chris?
Hello, Megan. I just got a message that you were looking for a new car.
I was going around my contacts for about 7 years. I was a waterfowl guide, so I mean, I got to identify birds on the move at, 100 and some yards and be able to tell a client. I can pick that up just that split second quicker. I noticed how vibrant everything was. Everything was real crisp. I mean, even saving, I just wore glasses. You're saving thousands of dollars, over the course of a lifetime. How many pairs of glasses somebody buys or replacement lenses? So, I mean, yeah, you're saving a pile of money.
The NFL playoffs continue as who's going to be the one in 21-1. Oh shit, that was yesterday. Make that 1 in 22-1. Well, there is 11 on each side of the ball, so honestly, who steps up and makes a play when the game's on the line today? Other than that, I got nothing. Now, joking aside, just go out and ball. I mean, you're this close to the Super Bowl. Just go out and play. Weather might be a factor as it is snowing. We'll have 2 games today, as we had 2 games yesterday in the divisional round as well. Get more into that in a minute, but coming up, Bengals, Bills, followed by Cowboys, 49ers. Winners to play the Chiefs and Eagles, respectively, 1 week from today in the conference championship games, and then the winners to meet 2 weeks from then, 3 weeks from now in the desert in Super Bowl 57 on February the 12th. But as we're going to let it snow in a rematch here today, game from 3 weeks ago, that was played for about 9 minutes as Jim Nance, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson, hello friends, lead us in to the NFL on CBS. Upstate Western New York in Orchard Park. Buffalo hosting Cincinnati. As it is snowing, as mentioned, so let it snow. We'll see how much of a factor the weather's going to be. It's coming down. It's starting to stick. And it's going to continue to snow the rest of the game and the rest of today into early this week. And another snowstorm sometime later on this week as well. But depending on what happens today, we'll see where the conference championship games are going to be played at. But as mentioned, we're going to let it snow. Rematch of a game from 3 weeks ago, Monday Night Football, January the 2nd, 2023. Played for about 9 minutes. Cincinnati led 7-3 before the Damar Hamlin injury. He's in attendance today. But I remember wrapping up the Rose Bowl, Penn State defeating Utah, and Monday Night Football is on, and then I look up and what the hell's going on? Found out from Keys Rocks, just outside of Pittsburgh, played at Pitt. Damar Hamlin, number 3 for the Bills, was down injured, and I think that's all anybody knew. Nobody honestly knew how serious it was at the time. But as time went by, the next hour or so, with the postponement and then the suspension and final cancellation of the game, taken off the field in an ambulance to the local hospital, suffering cardiac arrest, heart attack at 24 on the field, with 5:58 to play in the first quarter. Cincinnati led 7-3, and Burrow had hit T. Higgins over the middle. He made a clean tackle, and it was just a very awkward, weird situation, to say the least. Buffalo, nor Cincinnati, might add, has lost since they both played last weekend in the wild card round. But yeah, this is a rematch from then 3 weeks ago. Tomorrow, actually. It was 7-3, 5:58 to play in the first quarter before the Damar Hamlin injury, which then postponed and eventually suspended and canceled the game. He's in attendance today, as mentioned, and they'll be continuing to play for him. But as once again, we're on CBS with Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson down on the field. We'll have kickoff here momentarily, but honestly, it's not going to be easy, I don't think, especially against the team that it happened against for Buffalo here today in Cincinnati, that they're also playing once again, here in a rematch. And Cincinnati, might add, they're trying to get back to the Super Bowl, a place they were just 11 months ago. So, as I said, we're going to let it snow, so we'll see how much of a factor the weather becomes here today with the Bengals and Bills. But just go and play ball, as mentioned. Go out and play football. You're this close. Hopefully, you don't lay an egg today by any means. But let me in the comments below who you have winning. I think tuning in and listening. If Cincinnati wins, I might add, they'll play at Kansas City then next week in the AFC Championship game for the second consecutive year. They beat the Chiefs, from what I can recall, on a game-winning field goal. Before, of course, they lost to the Rams in the Super Bowl. Now, Buffalo wins. The Bills-Chiefs AFC Championship game will be played at a neutral site in Atlanta next Sunday night. The NFC Championship game will be at this time next Sunday, followed by the AFC Championship game. No more Amazon, no more ESPN, no more NBC. It's CBS and Fox from here on out. But neutral site next week, because of the injury situation the NFL was put in a few weeks ago with this very game. That's going to be a rematch kicking off momentarily. So once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cohen Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below, the thumbs up button. Share hashtag NFL, hashtag NFL playoffs, hashtag Bengals, hashtag Bills, hashtag Rule the Jungle, hashtag Bills Mafia. Chat questions and comments, super chat, super stickers, super likes, super thanks. Always greatly appreciated. But the Chiefs ended up playing a full slate. Full 18 weeks, 17 games. With Buffalo having then played one less. And the Bills still had a head-to-head win, I might add, against Kansas City. So basically, yes, it is if and a big coulda, woulda, shoulda. However, the game was suspended. Yes, I know that. But if Buffalo would have beat Cincinnati Week 17 on Monday Night Football, and then also defeat New England like they did Week 18, they wouldn't have played last week. They'd be the 1 seed. Kansas City would be the 2 seed. Wildcard games would have been a tad bit different last week. And then the AFC Championship game, Buffalo would have home field, would be in Buffalo if the Bills would win today. But that's neither here nor there. Dealt the hand they were dealt. We got 14 of the 32 in the playoffs for the second consecutive year. Last week in the wild card round, the 49ers won, the Jaguars won, the Bills won, the Giants won, the Bengals won, and the Cowboys also won. Then so far in the divisional round, what happened yesterday, the Chiefs beat the Jaguars, the Eagles beat the Giants last night, and then 2 games today. Bengals, Bills, Cowboys, 49ers, as it is really coming down now. It is really snowing. The field is covered. So run game, I would have to think, is going to be a big factor today. Yeah, they're already shoveling the field. So the hey, let's go Buffalo chant, getting the crowd fired up. As mentioned, Damar Hamlin in attendance as well. But as the snow is falling and will continue to do so, either way, looking ahead next week in the AFC Championship game, there'll be playoff rematches from last year. And one of these three teams, from the Chiefs, who won yesterday, to the Bengals and Bills, who are meeting today in a rematch from 3 weeks ago, one of those three teams will make it to the Super Bowl out of the AFC. As Kansas City is the 1 seed, and we'll await today's winner, Philadelphia. They won last night. They're the 1 seed in the NFC. They'll wait either Dallas or San Francisco, who play later on tonight, and be sure to tune back in for that game, as we'll also have live watch-along reactions live here on YouTube then. But it is snowing, so see how much a factor the weather is. The field is covered. They said it's not really that windy, but, you know, playing in the snow is fun, but making plays in the snow is another thing. And we'll see how much this, piles up. Buffalo on the kickoff. Cincinnati back deep 3 seed, but yeah, run game going to be a big part of today's game, I think. From Joe Mixon to Samaje Perine to Devin Singletary to James Cook to hell, even Josh Allen, trying to do a little too much sometimes. Burrow really doesn't run a hell of a lot. I mean, can if need be, but he's going to be without 3 of his 5 starting offensive linemen today up front. So much of a factor that is, I might add, as well. Of course, he has weapons to throw the ball to. The tight ends on both sides, Hayden Hurst and Dawson Knox, I think could potentially have, big games. But Burrow out of the gun, 1st and 10, Cincinnati from the 21-yard line. He'll throw over the middle. It's caught. And, of course, Cincinnati in the road whites, and it's snowing, and the field's covered in white. It's going to be a little hard to see the Bengals at times. Of course, the orange helmets stick out. You know who's who. But number-wise, we'll try to do our best to see who's making catches and all that. But he has Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd. At receiver, Hayden Hurst, the former Pirate minor leaguer at tight end. 6-yard completion over the middle, make it 2nd and 4. And he'll hand off Mixon as they got a Boomer Sooner backfield, and he'll get a 1st down. So move the sticks, 1st down, Cincinnati. Both defenses are stout. Both front 4s and front 7s are damn good. I wouldn't necessarily say as good as, what we'll see later on tonight with Dallas and San Francisco by any means. But, of course, this is this game. That's that game. Maybe, one of these 4 teams, maybe 2 of these 4 teams are playing in a couple weeks, but still got a lot of football to be played from now until then. Tyler Boyd on the reception, 1st down, Cincinnati, as they're out past midfield, it looks like now. And, of course, the more the, players are running around, as you can, see all the footprints. Yeah, there's going to be some traction. But now in Buffalo territory from the 45, they toss it, Mixon, and he'll get a 1st down. So, yeah, Buffalo defensively here going to have to stop the run game, because that's 2 first-down runs by Cincinnati here on the opening drive. And, Burrow's making it look easy on a couple throws already, too. But the thing is, it's still early. Still a lot of football left. So we'll see what gives us. I'm sure something will. But, yeah, run the damn ball. Make them stop you. And then beat them deep with play action. So they'll work out of an empty 1st and 10 from 35. But honestly, today, I think, too, whatever quarterback makes, less mistakes, their team's going to end up winning. Josh Allen at times tries to do way too damn much. Gets himself in trouble, and then at times gets himself out of it, and, they find a way to win. And, that's all that matters, because that's all anybody ever remembers, whether you won or lost. But should be a barn burner back and forth. I mean, we'll see how long it's going to take for these 2 teams to, settle down and settle into the game. I mean, Cincinnati, 2nd and 3 here now after Hurst on another reception, in field goal range, moving the ball downfield with ease. And we'll see how Buffalo can respond once they get the ball on offense. But first off, they're going to make a stop on defense. Burrow down the middle, wide opens Chase, and he's in the end zone, touchdown Bengals. And Cincinnati takes as he gritties with 11:40 to play in the opening quarter. They're up 6-0, pending the upcoming extra point by Evan McPherson, who last year in the playoffs kicked a few game winners, and Boomer, I think he'll do the same today. But how the hell did he get that wide open? He just walked behind the linebacker, stood there, and then did a little bit of a move to get open for Burrow because he was under pressure, and then he hit him on a simple lob pass and caught it and walked in. Touchdown Bengals. And extra point, going to be up and good. 7-0 Cincinnati. Buffalo can get the ball here. So they drove, 80 yards? And, welcome to the jungle, all right. We're not there, though, but sounds like it for the time being, going to break. But Tatanka, we'll see what Buffalo does in response here. Like I said, it should be a damn good game. Both games today, should be damn good. Stack Sunday. I mean, Bengals, Bills, Cowboys, 49ers. Compared to the two games yesterday, where both home teams also won, I might add. Chiefs, Jaguars, and then Eagles, Giants. Normally they'll try to, put one good game on each day, but they sort of lopsided it and put both good games on today. And hey, by all means, fine by me. Football's the best damn sport to begin with, but then more football is also good, but then good football is even better. So on paper, yeah, Bengals, Bills, and Cowboys 49ers should be games that are coming down to the final possession, maybe even final play. But, we'll see what it gives. That's why I play the game. It's out on paper, it's out on the field. Bengals drive. Burrow hits Chase for 6, and they're up 7. So, we'll see what happens here. With the snow, it's snowing, the field's covered. We'll see how much they clear it during commercial breaks, with timeouts, into a break, timeouts, so they're going to stick with it. Also during halftime. It's going to be snowing all game though. Plain and simple. There's no other way around it. So it looked like there's some trouble with the snap on the extra point to get the hold down. So we'll see how much of a factor special teams is potentially. You don't want no high snaps on any snap for that matter, but especially on a punt or a field goal or an extra point attempt. But we'll see what happens here. But like I said, the more it gets played on, if it's steady like it is, it should be okay. Now if it really comes down, it's a couple inches, it's piling up, that's a different story. You got to clear space. You got to potentially change your cleats. Put on damn snow boots to run around. Traction's going to be a key word for today's game. And it starts up front. You got to be able to block to run, open up the pass, run to pass to run, do whatever you're going to do. Just make plays, get first downs, score points, win. But run game. Cincinnati was balanced there, but run game going to be key. Josh Allen's pass complete. Isaiah McKenzie. See, Buffalo's a little easier to see. They're in their home blue uniforms, or Cincinnati's in their road whites, and it's snowing. So, 2 yards, 2nd and 8. couple minutes in here. Bengals up 7-0. Just now tuning in. Empty set, but I mean, with all that being said, I'll leave it at that, and we'll just have to see how today's game goes. Diggs on the reception. He gets about 5 yards or so. 3rd and 4 officially, they say. So, like I said, let me know in the comments below if you have winning, and thanks for tuning in. From the 30, 3rd and 4. Singletary up towards the line. As Diggs goes in motion, Allen gets a snap. He's looking his way and then overthrows him incomplete. So 4th down, they'll punt. It looked like 2-6 was going to get up under center. They're going to snap it to him. But he was just right there in between the center and the guard. And the motion then on a go route, far side, and Diggs was open. I mean, he catches that. He might walk in, but Josh Allen overthrew him. So incomplete, 4th down, and Buffalo on to punt. And he booms this. 17-yard line on the return, and you get about 10. So 1st and 10, Cincinnati. 10:02 to play in the first, up 7. You know, they could do some damage here early. You know, especially on the road, playoff time, you'd like to have a lead. Hope to be able to run the football late. They have a lead. I mean, tack onto it here, field goal, touchdown, make it a 2-score game. You know, put the pressure on them, not yourself. Cincinnati, but being, you know, in a good spot. But at the same point in time, still a 6-minute game. And Buffalo, you know, can drive in seconds and score on you. So, we'll see if Buffalo can get to the AFC Championship game. Because remember, last year and in years past when they made the playoffs, I mean, hell, they haven't got back the Super Bowl since the mid-'90s, 4 falls to Buffalo, and they lost 4 straight. But let alone the conference championship game since then, I might add as well. So, yeah, we'll see. But just hoping for a good game, hoping for 2 good games today. I mean, the first game yesterday with Jacksonville and Kansas City was... The big story was Mahomes getting hurt. Has a high ankle sprain, they say. He'll play next week as he, you know, came back and played yesterday. But, you know, Kansas City was up, Jacksonville tied it up, and then, you know, the injury happened, and it's like, oh, shit, like, this could get interesting, you know. And then, you know, honestly, Chad Henne was the MVP of the game yesterday. He was. Because, I mean, it could have got out of hand, could have got out of control if, you know, with him and a quarterback, the one he was in when Mahomes was out injured, it could have got, we come back from break. You know, Jacksonville, I mean, they turned the ball over a couple times. Like I said, with Cincinnati here to do some damage, you know, Jacksonville, talk about, you know, leave them off the hook. It's all about pressure. It's all about getting to the quarterback, forcing mistakes, turnovers. So we'll see how, you know, much turnovers are a factor today as well. That also potentially lead to points and, you know, differential here or there. But 1st and 10, Cincinnati. And Burrow going to hand off up the middle, Mixon. And he'll get about 5 yards or so, 2nd and medium. But yeah, like it seriously could have got bad for Kansas City if, you know, they didn't do what they did without Mahomes. and it, starts up front of the offensive line, the run game. And then, okay, they end up winning, and then the Eagles blew out the Giants last night. So there's that. But 2nd and 5, up the middle, Mixon out to about midfield. Big first down run for sure. How the hell did he, as it all starts up front, they pulled the guard, and good block. And he did the rest. Yeah, Cincinnati here making it look easy early. They don't care about what happened. They don't care that, as that pass is complete to Higgins, be 2nd down, but they also have the same right, same 50% chance to, go out and win this game today. Because they're trying to get back to the Super Bowl. I mean, like I said, coming in the playoffs, honestly. If it wasn't going to be one of these 3 teams out of the AFC, I'd be surprised. Because you also have the Jaguars, the Chargers, the Ravens, and the Dolphins. Okay, 4 through 7. Or 1, 2, 3 is Kansas City, Buffalo, and Cincinnati, and the Chiefs await the winner. So, and the Chiefs, I might add, are the 3rd team in NFL history, at least in the AFC, to make it to 5 straight conference title games. Raiders did it in the 70s, and then the Patriots did it within the past decade. But, like I said, whoever wins this game, play the Chiefs next week, and then, they're playoff rematches from last year. But Buffalo's defense here needs to stop. Cincinnati 1st and 10 to 41. Burrow looking to throw again. And near side, complete to Higgins. And he gets another 1st down. So, yeah, 8, 10 yards, give or take here or there. 1st down, 1st down, 1st down. Are they booing T. Higgins, I might add? Because that's what it fucking sounds like. It's not his fucking fault with what happened. He just caught the ball a couple weeks ago. He was tackled, and then, Hamlin had happened to him what he had happened to him. Say that 5 times fast. 1st and 10. Toss it. Chase out of the backfield. He'll get about 3 rushing yards there for anybody interested in that. 2nd down. So 6.5 to play. And guess what? The Bengals are going to have the ball once again in this game. Unless they turn it over on this very play. With about 5:58 to play in the opening quarter, when this game was, postponed and then suspended a couple weeks ago. We'll see what happens on this play. 2nd and 7. Burrow dumps off. It's caught. Pirine. And then be 3rd and about 2.5, 3. So, yeah, there's 5:58 to play. We didn't play any further than this 3 weeks ago when these 2 teams met. Game was postponed and then suspended. An hour went by before they called it, and then the next day they canceled it. But big 3rd down here, 3rd and 3. Might add, though, the Bengals are already in field goal range, so. The weather, though, you go for it, you kick it. That's a 3rd and long 3. That's more like 3rd and 4. 3 on the play clock. Got to get it off. Go. They jumped off sides. That's a free play. So, yeah, just take the sack. Fuck it. Why not? You can't heave it because, nobody's open. Good defense, but they're off sides. And, 5 yards, automatic 1st down. Carl Jeffers, our white capper today. So. $5:19 to play in the 1st quarter. Right there, yeah, they jumped 55 for 5 yards. And then he ended up sacking his ass, but he only sacked him because he jumped off sides. And then, big penalty on 3rd and 3. because you don't jump outside, you still sack them, 4th and long field goal. Or if they convert, okay, they convert, or if they only, get a yard or so or nothing at all, they probably still kick it, but it's not as long of a field goal as, could have been with the sack. But yeah, that's a big penalty. 5 yards there, 2nd and 5. It's snowing when snow's sticking to everybody's hats. Burrow under center, handoff Mixon. He's going to lose 2 yards, though, 3rd and 7. So another big 3rd down coming up. But if I'm Cincinnati, I'm going to keep it simple here. I'm probably good where I'm at. I'm up 7. The thing is, though, I get it. You're still this close. You're in field goal range. Do you even chance kicking it? Or do you go for it? Do you got 2 plays here on 3rd and 7 to make it 4th and short? Or are you comfortable with, hey, whatever happens here, we're still going to kick it, and, that's that. I'd keep it simple. I would. I wouldn't want to do anything stupid. 15-yard line, 3rd and 7. Burrow, pump fakes, into the end zone, wide open, Hurst, touchdown, Bengals. So 13-0 Bengals, and Buffalo's in trouble. 3:47 to play in this first quarter, but, yeah, Bengals with 2 touchdown drives of 70-plus yards to begin the game when the Bills went 3 and out and had to punt. Who dey chant. So the jungle's in upstate Western New York today, it sounds like, and it's snowing. I didn't know it snowed in the jungle. Extra point, up and good. So go back to that 3rd and 3 and the penalty. And then they convert another 3rd down. The pump fake, they bid on it, and he's wide ass open in the end zone on a wheel route. Touchdown Bengals. 14-0 Cincinnati as we head to break. So we'll update some stats and scores here in a minute. And we'll also do the same as always, I might add, at halftime.
No problem. Hey, Cam. Same deal. Yeah, it's kind of our thing.
What if I'm new to
And also, at that point in time, I might add too, we'll recap what happened last week in the wild card round with, once again, San Francisco and Jacksonville, along with Buffalo, New York, the Giants, and these Bengals, and then Cowboys, who also played later tonight, all victorious, but from 14 teams to the 6 games to 8 teams in the 4 games now this weekend. There's two teams awaiting 2 winners today to play next Sunday for 4 teams of 2 games, and then the Super Bowl, as Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch with Michelob Ultra, they got something cooking with Caddyshack for a Super Bowl commercial. As you can scan that QR code. I just don't know what, but yeah, they've been running that for a little bit now. That's really the only tease I think we've gotten for a Super Bowl commercial. Because it says at the start, like, coming this February, which, alright. But, other than that, Rihanna doing the Super Bowl halftime show for Apple, no longer Pepsi or any other previous sponsor. But, Buffalo's got to do something here, man. They do. 14-0. Who thought this was going to happen? Especially early, Like, I could see maybe a 2-score game, maybe right before halftime or early mid-third quarter. You know, and there's still a ton of time left, which there still is now anyway. But early, 14-0 lead, you know, not even 15 minutes in. Like, yeah, their defense needs stops and their offense needs to make plays, plain and simple. So, 1st and 10, Buffalo from the 25. Second game this season, trailing by more than one score, and it was week 4 at Baltimore, I might add, in the rain. But as, you know, Buffalo beat at home the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're supposed to host the Browns also at home out of the AFC North. But remember, they got hit with a blizzard, got about 6 feet of snow right before Thanksgiving. That game was moved to Detroit. And then the Bills played at the Lions also then on Thanksgiving on a short week. A couple days later. They played at the Ravens and won. Beat the Steelers at home. They beat the Browns in neutral site. They win this. They'll play the Chiefs in neutral site for the AFC Championship game. But then they played at the Bengals 3 weeks ago on Monday Night Football, Week 17. But remember, the game was then postponed and suspended. Officially canceled. No contest. And that's why, as I mentioned earlier, the AFC Championship game is going to be at a neutral site if it's Kansas City, Buffalo, with the number of games played by each team, and then even with the head-to-head, be in Atlanta next week. Yeah, trouble with the handoff. 3rd down Bills, 3rd and 5. See if the Bengals defense get the hell off the field, or Buffalo converts and gets a 1st down. But Kansas City awaits the winner. Josh Allen gets sacked, and then what the fuck are you doing, dude? That's a fumble. That's not an incomplete pass. That's a fumble. We'll have to see what the call on the field is. But he got hit, unless they rolled him down, you know, blew it dead. They say 4th and 5, so incomplete. But, yeah, the pressure. Trey Hendrickson. And then from Houdat to Houday, he sort of, yeah, he did throw it to his right. Incomplete to Devin Singletary on a screen. Buffalo will punt. Cincinnati had recovered if it was a fumble, if they won a challenge at 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, for God's sakes. Now they'll return it from the other 20-yard line. Maybe a block in the back there. About a 10, 15-yard return, 1st and 10. Bengals, 2:11 to play in the first, up 14. So, if I'm the Bengals now, as the only good thing going for Buffalo right now is they're going to get the ball back to begin the second half. If I'm Cincinnati, I'm running the football down their fucking throat, working clock. I mean, hell, they've already been able to run the football as it is. Why not, you know, try to run a little bit more, for that matter. So, yeah, we'll see here. But I think everybody's in shock that not necessarily the Bengals are up 14. I think it's a little bit of that, but not as much as the Bills go 3 and out on their first 2 drives, which a lot of people do. A lot of teams do that. But when your defense also is, you know, giving up what they're giving up, so then that factors into what Cincinnati's doing. Yeah, I was surprised about that. Like, we'll just have to see. Because we saw it happen last Monday night. Dallas put it to Tampa Bay early, and that was all she wrote. The game wasn't necessarily over at halftime. But, you know, there's a big turnover early in that game that if that would have been points compared to the INT, you know, like I said then, especially late, you know, they scored the way they did then. Onside kick, maybe score another drive or 2, you know. Not necessarily the outcome of the game, but potentially that too. Just late in the game would have been a hell of a lot different. It would have been what it was. It would have been, you know, playing to the death, honestly. Like, because it's survive and advance. It's win or go home. It's playoff time in the NFL playoffs. So, we'll see here, but be 1st and 10 Cincinnati. And like I said, the snow continues to fall. But it is, mid-late January in the Mid-Atlantic Northeast. Snow's expected. Yeah, so it does look like they're at least clearing the yard marker. Burrow's pass over the middle incomplete. They're clearing the numbers on the field, and they're clearing maybe, every 5 or 10 yards or so. Snow blowers, shovels, a leaf blower or two. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. It's honestly not as bad as I thought it was going to be looking at this point in time with it, snowing the way it is. It's just not sticking as much. That pass incomplete, intended for Chase, so 3rd and 10. But yeah, we hear you. CBS with some new graphics there for the stats. Still the same scoreboard down the bottom. But 3rd and 10, Burrow's pass over the middle, caught. 1st down. And the celebrity kid gets the 1st down. Yeah, they'll move the sticks. Oh, there's a penalty on the play. They say declined. It's against the Bill defense, whatever the hell it was. Probably hold or legal contact. So 1st and 10, Cincinnati. They'll reset the play clock. Yep. We play on. And they reset the game clock. All right. Put about say, 18 seconds or so back on the clock. And now they'll snap it to where the clock was before they reset it. Burrow's pass. What a catch by Boyd, and then he dropped it incomplete. So 2nd and 10. Yeah. One-handed it, brought it in, and almost had it, and then it just fell to the ground. It fell incomplete. So there's a lot of Penn Staters in the NFL playoffs right now. There's a lot of Pitt players, I might add, in this game. But from the ACC to the Big Ten to the SEC, Burrow hands off to a former Oklahoma Sooner out of the Big 12, soon to be in the SEC, in Joe Mixon. You also have, of course, Samaje Perine, who formerly played for Washington. But, when healthy, they're a good 1-2 punch. I'm surprised Cincinnati really hasn't run the screen game yet. Buffalo's tried to. Cincinnati's defense stopped them. But 3rd and 7 here from the 49. About a minute to play in the first quarter. 14-0 Cincinnati. And Burrow will step up, avoid a sack, spins, and then he does go down. So 4th down and long. They'll punt here to end the first quarter. There's about a 9-second differential between the game clock and the play clock. So 4th and 9, they will have to snap it. And they'll punt. try to pin them deep, and then Buffalo get the ball to begin the second quarter down 14. And it might be a tale of, the first two quarters here might be a tale of two halves for all we know. But Buffalo needs to get some points, scoring, whether that's a field goal, touchdown. Yeah, they need to do something. Third time might be a charm here on this third drive coming up, but that punt not so good, out of bounds, 6 seconds to play in the quarter. Mark it about the 20-yard line, so still is, good of a touchback into the end zone on the punt. Said it went out of bounds, but it'll be 1st and 10 Bengals. First and 10 Bills, after the Bengal punt from the 20-yard line. Is Patrick Mahomes says he's a bath bomb guy. I'm sure with his ankle sprain, that's where he is. Andy Reid's probably drawing mustaches on people as they get ready for the exchange game once again and await the winner of this game next Sunday night. Rather than the 1 and 4 and 8 o'clock games. Of course, last week we had a 4:30 and 8, and then a full NFL Sunday with the normal times. Yesterday the same for the two games, but today 3 and 6:30. Next Sunday is the same, and then the Super Bowl had its set time at 6:30 as well. But today, and the third of the 4 divisional games this weekend in the divisional round. 10 the first quarter, the Bengals sack Josh Allen, and they have a 14-0 lead. So it'll be second and long for the Bills to begin quarter 2, so they'll switch ends, but they're still going to be down 14-0 here. So, yeah, 14-zip, your end of one score. Might add, Buffalo's about a touchdown favorite at 6. All 4 home teams favorites this weekend, I might add. Kansas City and Philadelphia won last night. Buffalo down 14 here at the end of one. Of course, still have Dallas and San Fran still to come later on tonight. Burrow sacked once there before they punted, but he's 10 and 13, 118 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. One to Jamar Chase, the other to Hayden Hurst. Both receivers have 2 catches for 34 and 2 catches for 22 yards receiving apiece. Joe Mixon has 6 carries, 37 yards rushing. Boyd has a catch for 23 yards. Higgins has 2 catches, 17 yards. Trent Irwin a catch for 13 yards, I might add as well. 2 catches for 9 yards out of the backfield, but you'd think they'd, like I said, be working the screen game a little bit more than they are, because Buffalo is, but, not by much because they haven't done shit. Josh Allen sacked again there. This is their third drive. He's 2 of 4, 6 yards passing. They have 5 yards rushing as a team, 3 yards from Devin Singletary, 2 yards from James Cook. And then Diggs and McKenzie have the 2 catches, 6 yards from Josh Allen. Tremaine Edmonds is playing damn good defense. 7 tackles in the first fucking quarter. Milano was the one to sack Burrow, whereas Von Bell, the former Buckeye, just brought down Josh Allen. So we'll see how much of a factor, once again, the weather's going to be here. Buffalo's still searching for the first down, but, time possession. Already a big difference, about an 8-point differential. Bengals have had it for about 12 minutes compared to Buffalo's 2-3 and outs, and this is their third drive, 2nd and 13 to begin the second quarter. So empty set from the 22. Josh Allen looking to throw. Going to step up, down the middle, caught, and there's their first down in the game. Stephon Diggs for about 15 yards, first down Buffalo. So they circle the wagons for the time being. They move the 6, first down Bills, and try to cut this lead. You want to get something on this drive. Field goal, touchdown would be nice. No doubt about it for them, but you got to show some signs of life. You just can't, get in a hole and expect to, at some point in time later in the game, get out of it. When, if it's not going good for you now, what makes you think it's going to go good for you later? 4 yards with middle, 2nd and 6. As both teams have two-headed monsters in the backfield, one healthy again, Joe Mixon, Samaje Perine, and then Devin Singletary and James Cook. And James Cook, of course, younger brother of Dalvin, the Viking, is in the backfield to the left of Allen, and Josh Allen's pass complete at midfield. Gabe Davis, first down Buffalo. So Buffalo right to left across your television screen, ready on a dial. And as we begin the second quarter, once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to social media, links in the description below. So first down, Bills. It looked like Gabe Davis was about his last look. That pass complete. Diggs again. So 6 yards, maybe 7. Second and manageable. Yeah, 2nd and 3 here. This way, you just got to give yourself a chance. You can't do what you did on your first 2 drives and then give up what you gave up on defense and then expect to be in it, because you're not. But there's still a lot of football left, so you can't count them out until it's over. Bubble screen complete to Beasley. And he shoots his way, boosters to the 30. First down, Buffalo. They fake the give. Good block by Gabe Davis, who I might add in the divisional round. Last year had the game of his fucking life against the Chiefs. But then the Bills gave Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs the ball back with too much time, about 13 seconds, and a pass out of bounds, incomplete. He was getting pressured, so 2nd down and 10. But of course, like I said earlier, the Bills haven't made it to the AFC Championship game alone in the Super Bowl since the 1990s, when they went to 4 straight Super Bowls. When they've made the playoffs the past couple years, they haven't gone past the divisional round. They haven't. Plain and simple. So, can they get over that hump for one? Well, first off, they got to get out of the hole they're in, 14-0. But from 32, at least they're in field goal range here. I mean, it'd be about a 50-yarder. They don't get any more yardage, but they do. James Cook for about 7, make it 8, potentially make it 3rd and short, excuse me. 3rd and 2, 12-12 and counting to play in the half. 14-0 Bengals. You're just not tuning in, but you got to do something. You got to. First off, convert. See if they draw up. Maybe a bubble screen far side. Now they're going to draw up the middle. Cook. No. He's short. He's about a half yard short. Yep. That's a good spot by the line judge, number 32. 4th and inches. They'll go for it. They won't fucking kick it. Josh Allen get up under center and sneak it. But then knowing him, will probably fucking fumble it. Yeah, they had them stacked top of your screen. They were in a bubble screen near side earlier. Thought maybe they'd do the same far side, but no. 4th and 1. 4th and half yard. Gabe Davis in motion. He'll push Josh Allen from behind. They'll sneak it, and they'll get the first down. That's first down. Yeah. So, move the sticks. New set of downs. 1st and 10, Buffalo. Why not? It's the easiest play in that situation. Just get up under center and sneak it, You only need a half a yard or a yard or so. You don't need 50. Sneak it. Get the first down. Live to play another down. Don't do anything stupid. That's why I hate when teams throw a fade or you just go deep on 3rd and short or 4th and 1 like that. No, just get the first down. Josh Allen rolls out. We'll tuck it and run and get to about he fumbled it late. Was he down though by contact? There's a flag on the play, so we'll have to see what the dirty laundry is first off. Hold on the Bills, 10 yards. They'll replay the down, but they'll say he was down by contact before the ball came out because, of course, the ground can't cause a fumble, I might add. So he should have been sacked. They call the hold on Bates. We are. But then, fumble, they recovered, but, 1st and 20 now for Buffalo. So, 10-20 and counting to play in the half. See how big that penalty is going to cost them here. Back to about 32-yard line, right where they were before they got a couple yards to cook, which they do again there. But then remember the 4th and 1, they go for it, get it in the very next play. It's, the penalty. So under 10, 2nd and 16 now. But, yeah, so like I said, you got to get something on this drive, man. Especially after taking up this much time. I mean, you've had the ball the whole entire quarter, plus 6 seconds to end the first. You got to get something. Hard count not working. They'll snap it there. Josh Allen pump fakes. And far side caught. Khalil Shakir from the blue turf in Boise. As the snow falls, gets goal to go for Buffalo. Surprised they didn't throw a fucking roughing the passer penalty on that. These damn refs. Just let them play, Take the fun out of the game. 1st and goal, Buffalo at the 4. Under center is Josh Allen, handoff. Singletary nowhere to go. That's the thing, if it's a penalty, call. If it's not, don't let them play. They've thrown a couple here, but, nothing major. But 2nd goal for the Bills. I'm looking for Dawson Knox. Hayden Hurst caught a touchdown for the Bengals earlier. Like I said, run game of the tight ends. There's quarterback keeper up the middle. And he's still getting pushed, and he'll be down about the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal, Buffalo. So, yeah. Talk about strength. Also, a weakness of Buffalo's offense is Josh Allen. He tries to do too much at times, but then he does something like that. 3rd and goal from the 1. They're going to sneak it again. Gabe Davis in motion. Yeah, they'll sneak it again, and Josh Allen touchdown Buffalo. Now some trash talking. See, I mean, I get it. But then, he lets his emotions get the better of him sometimes. And try to start shit. Like, you don't need to be doing that. You don't. So, touchdown Buffalo. Well, if that's him or if that's anybody, we can't fucking see. So quit showing it. The story's come and gone, and that's that. But, of course, they're continuing to play for him. They drive and score. So, 3rd drive, 3rd time was a charm. And 14-7 now. Bengals going to get the ball back. We'll see what happens here. That's what I'm saying with Josh Allen here. Man, he does put the team on his back. He does. And I've said it, for a couple years now. as a Steeler fan myself, he reminds me of a young Ben Roethlisberger, you know, size-wise and, you know, with his arm and, you know, coming from a small school, you know, from Miami, Ohio to Wyoming, you know, first-round pick, you know, to a historic franchise. Of course, I hate to compare, but he hasn't had the success in the playoffs as Seven did by any means just yet. But, you know, I get you got to make a play, okay? And, you know, I get you want to be on top, but it's not always going to be like that. He tries to do too much. Like those last two plays of the drive were all him. The quarterback keeper on a draw, got to the one and they snuck it again and go back to that holding penalty. It didn't hurt them. They still went forward with it and ended up scoring, and he snuck it in for a touchdown. So touchdown Bills. It's 14-7 Bengals. They'll get the ball back, but yeah, it's not all the time. It's just at, you know, certain points in times. Well, there's Josh Allen again doing something fucking stupid. Like, what the hell, dude? You know, he tries to do too much. But I get, you got to, you know, go out and play. You got to go out and make a play. You do. Because if you're not doing anything. Like, you at least got to try to do something positive. And if it turns out to, well, doing too much, well, then you got to learn from your mistakes. But like I said, yeah, he's either doing something good or he's doing something bad, it seems like. And then, you know, he was trash talking there at the end. You know, getting him riled up. He's getting chippy. Fields starting to get covered again. But touchback on the kick. The 1st and 10. Bengals from the 25. But yeah. Yeah, the donations, the foundations, and all that, yeah. Buffalo goes to the playoffs. And then with what happened, and then they returned the favor, and yeah. 1st and 10 from the 25. How else are you going to try to spin it, you know? Like I said last week, or whenever I said it, recently, in the past 3 weeks since it happened, once the season's over, nobody's going to say a fucking peep about what happened anymore. Because nobody's going to fucking care. Like, it's just the big story right now, and it's with the news. They'll cycle through it, and once they get tired of it, they'll move on. Second and 6. From the 30. Burrow's pass caught. Hayden Hurst again. First down. Bungles. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the whole story's a big deal. It is. But that's the thing with stories like that. You don't need to make a bigger deal out of it than it already fucking is. But yet, well, we won't have anything to talk about if they didn't. So I'll leave it at that. 1st and 10, Cincinnati. Both teams got 3 timeouts here. 2-minute warning coming up. 6:06 and counting to play in the half. This is a big drive for the Bengals. Mixon first down run, close to midfield. But, I mean, man, if they can get some more points here before halftime, 17, 21-7, who knows what Buffalo does before halftime, if they even get the ball back before half, since I might go on one of the drives for all we know. But remember, Buffalo's going to get the ball back at the beginning of the second half. So, you know, if they can get a stop, do something before halftime, not do anything before halftime, do something early third quarter. That's what Buffalo's, you know, opportunity is for the taking right now and they're giving themselves a good chance. Just give this game late in the second half, and you should be all right. Honestly, you should be okay. I mean, I get you're down 14-0 early. Second down and 10 coming up after that deep ball far side's incomplete and 10 for Jamar Chase. But yeah, if I'm Cincinnati, like I don't mind the shot, but I'm still running the ball and working clock. Just move the ball downfield and score. Do what you got to do. But I don't see if Buffalo can stop them here or not. Because if they do, they get the ball back, score again early third quarter. It's a whole new ballgame at that point. Over the middle, Hayden Hurst to the 35-yard line. Be first and 10, Cincinnati. Yeah, I'm going to slow it down, work some clock. And they might have had an early jump on a false start by their left tackle, number 79, but no penalty was thrown, and pass there to the middle is caught, first down Cincinnati. Under 5 to play in the half, 14-7. And Burrow going to fake the give, looking to throw again. Come back near side. And about we'll say 7, maybe 8-yard reception. So second and short, yeah. Just make it manageable, 2nd and 2 coming up. I mean, like I said, I know what I said. I don't mind taking the deep shot there. And then, okay, work some clock here. I honestly wouldn't mind taking another shot right now. Because if, you don't convert 2nd and 2, you still got 3rd and short. And you're in field goal range. I mean, you probably get the first down, then maybe take your shot. Piron, to the 20 up the middle, first down, Bengals. Well, now at this point, I mean, any shot you're taking is going to be a fade into the end zone or something over the middle. Maybe you're on a screen. I'd keep running the ball now. I mean, play like that, get a first down. Continue to work clock. I mean, 20 yards in 3.5 minutes and, 3 timeouts by both teams. Going to be a long 3.5 minutes potentially. Might be very fast, though, too. But, I mean, Bengals are looking for points. And throw it to the turf. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. And the thing about, playoff time in the NFL, there's no updates, with what else is going on around the league. This is the only game on right now. With 1 game still to play tonight, and then 2 next Sunday, Pro Bowl, and then Super Bowl. Which, I don't know who the hell watches the Pro Bowl anymore, let alone who the hell is going to watch a flag football Pro Bowl this year. Like, what is this, elementary school? 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mixon again. Joe Mixon. And about 6 yards or so to the 14. They'll say 5 to the 15. 3rd and medium. 3rd and 5 here. 3rd and 4. So he did get 6. No issues with chain gang here today. I had a chain break last night, but 3rd and 4 here for the Bengals. Yeah, I'm not snapping the ball until about 2 seconds on the play clock. Maybe even call a timeout here. Yeah, they do. Yep. Why not? I mean, you got 3 of them. 2:45. So they'll take a split screen commercial. Back to it here in a second, but 14-7, and the 3rd and 4 for the Bengals. 2:45 to play in the half. Knowing them, they're gonna take a shot. Because then if you don't convert, you're still in field goal range. You kick it. But then at the same point in time, man, you're giving them the ball back with 2 minutes and 3 timeouts, and that's an eternity. Especially coming off their first touchdown drive of the game. And then potentially they score again before halftime, and they score early 3rd quarter, tie it up. If you only get a field goal here, maybe take the lead, you know. Whether you get a field goal or not, 3rd and 4, Chase, first down, Bengals inside the 10, and they'll wrap them down about the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. As he caught one by Burrow and caught one by the ref there too. 1st and goal Bengals. Unless Buffalo calls a timeout here, I'm taking this 2-minute warning. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Buffalo would probably then call their 3 timeouts to get the ball back. But yeah, 1st and goal at the 6. Well, I guess they will have to snap. There's a 1-second differential between the game clock and play clock. They'll fake the end around, toss it to Mixon far side, and he'll get about a yard. So, okay. They'll have a 2nd goal at the 5 now with 2 minutes to play in the half. Up 14-7. They'll unfortunately take another commercial break, so we'll get back to the action here momentarily. You got to punch it in. You got to punch it in. Boyd's been quiet since early. Even Higgins, for that matter. They've gone back to Chase, Sarah, Hayden Hurst on this drive, I might add as well. You know, Mixon and P. Ryan in the run game. Like I said, maybe you run a screen or two in this situation. You just got to punch it in. I mean, you got to get some points. Kick a field goal if you have to. It comes down to it. The Buffalo 3 timeouts, so yeah, they'll end up stopping it here if they can hold them to next to nothing. You know, the 14-7 lead that it is, or, 17-7 rather than giving up a touchdown. Buffalo's going to be down at halftime here, though. Long story short, it seems like. No, unless, there's a wild change of events here in the next 2 minutes. Which, of course, last week in the Bengal game, we had a 100-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown. And 2 weeks ago in the Bills game, we had 2 100-yard kickoff returns for touchdowns. So, one play, could determine the outcome of this game. I mean, there really hasn't been anything explosive. There hasn't. I mean, Mixon had a big first down run. About 15, 20 yards or so. Burrow's 2 passing touchdowns have been about the same. 1 to Chase, 1 to Hurst. And then, a short goal line touchdown by Buffalo on a Josh Allen quarterback sneak. So, yeah, explosive plays could be a factor today. It's still snowing, but the run game, turnovers, explosive plays, yeah, as always. But special teams, if this game gets close, you, especially late, might have to take some points when you don't want to. Might turn it into a field goal game second half. We'll see. But 2 minutes to play in the half. It is 14-7. 2nd and goal for Cincinnati. And Burrow looking to throw. And just throws it out of the back of the end zone into the tunnel. Incomplete. 3rd and goal. So now 3rd and goal from the 5. And only 5 seconds came off the clock. Yeah, you're going to hope for a field goal here. But if you can score, that's fine. Do you go for it on 4th and goal, though, is the question. Buffalo's lucking out, though, honestly, because they get to keep their three timeouts. So 3rd and goal, Bengals from the 5-yard line, empty set. And a late whistle, they blow it dead. Burrow's pass out of the back of the end zone again. Incomplete, but a flag on the play and a false start, 5 yards. They'll replay it down and be 3rd down and goal. 3rd and 10, basically, from the 10. So we'll see if they run something similar or what they do. But 3rd and goal. Like I said, I'm probably playing it safe. I'm not doing anything stupid. Maybe a quarterback draw by Burrow or something over the middle. And he does go down the middle of the back of the end zone. Caught touchdown, Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. His second of the game. Yeah. Don't do anything stupid, though. You know, 3rd and goal from the 10. If you have to settle for 3, so be it. But then, you know, right on the money in the back of the end zone. The LSU Bengal Tiger connection in the NFL playoffs again. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Another 70-plus yard touchdown drive. That's how they've scored. They've gone the distance, they've taken up time, and they scored. 20-7 now with 1:51 to play in the half. They're going to review it. Of course, we're under 2 minutes. Caught it, lefts in, rights, and that's a touchdown. Had control, possession, it looks like. That's a touchdown. Thing is, they called it a touchdown on the field, so they had to find indisputed evidence to return it. You know, looking at the review with the snow continuing to fall, too, I mean, it's not that hard to tell that he caught it. Yeah, right there. That's a touchdown. Now, if they overturn it, you kick it. Go up 17-7, and we'll see how much of a difference that 3-4 points is then later. That's a touchdown. I don't think they're going to have enough to overturn it. One right there, the other right there, 3rd and maybe a 4th, and then he's still holding on to it going out of bounds. Catching the touchdown. They have to find indisputed evidence to return. I don't think they're going to have it. It's going to stand as called. I don't think it's going to be confirmed, but it'll stand. Confirm means it's confirmed, like it's clear cut. Stands as called on the field, not enough to overturn it. Caught it right there. Left foot in. Right foot in. Left foot in again. Right still in the back of his right heel. And then he's still controlling and possessing it as he goes down out of bounds. That's a touchdown. They called a touchdown on the field. Indisputed evidence. They're not going to have it. That's a touchdown. I think it'll stand. It won't be confirmed, but it'll stand and it'll still be a touchdown. After review. Oh, now they say he lost control and it's out of bounds, incomplete. They overturn it. So, it'll be 4th and goal, Bengals at the 10. They say that was incomplete. That's a fucking touchdown right there. Right there. That's a touchdown. And then he's still going down out of bounds. And I guess right there they say it popped out. I'd care less who wins this game, but that was a touchdown. Now, yeah, you definitely got to kick it. This is a big field goal. I mean, you had a touchdown. They took it off the board. 28-yard field goal attempt. And the snap and the hold and the kick are all good. So 17-7, 1:49 to play in the half. Buffalo can get the ball back with 3 timeouts. And then I might add, they'll also get the ball back to begin the second half. So early third quarter, this game could be tied at 17. Bills might have a fucking lead. And that's why I said late, we'll see how big of a factor that 3-4 point differential from a touchdown on the field to them overturning it to having to settle for a field goal is going to be. That might be a big 3-4 point swing. 60 minutes in. Determining, who's going to win or lose this game. That was a touchdown. That was a touchdown, man. That was. Like I said, I'm not rooting for anybody in particular. I care less who wins. Because, like I said, coming in the playoffs, if it's not Cincinnati, Buffalo, or Kansas City, who the winner of this game will play now next week, coming out of the AFC to get the Super Bowl, I'd be surprised. NFC, Like I said then, too, you can't count out Tom Brady. You know, we saw it happen Monday night, though. And then, like I said then, too, we'll see what his future holds. Because I think he's going to continue to play, but I don't think he's going to be with Tampa next year. So we'll see where he lands. If he does play, unless he retires again. But like I said then, too, why would he retire, fuck up his personal life, come back and play just to retire again? Makes no sense. Not at all. But in the NFC, yeah, Philadelphia's the 1 seed. Stumbled late with some injuries, but damn good last night. But San Francisco's that team to watch out for. But, you know, Dallas later, I think if they can do what they did last week, tonight, you know, they're going to have a good chance to win that game. But, you know, Cowboy fashion, don't be surprised they lay an egg. Or just come up just short, you know. 49ers just find a way to win that game. So, I mean, the Vikings got upset, the Giants ended up losing, and then everybody else is fucking lost to this point. Two, whether they made the playoffs or not, because there's only a couple teams left standing, so I'll leave it at that. But I thought that was a touchdown. They said no. Return on the kick. And 21 will get to the 21 on the return. Be 1st and 10. So... That was the right call, they said. All right. Got to support, respect the ends are in them. Yeah, it just depends on what fan base you're rooting for exactly. But yeah, the refs try to call it down the middle. I mean, they say they got it right. They still get the field goal. But like I said, we'll see how big of a difference that 3-4 point swing is going to be late. Might not be anything at all, but it might be a big difference, especially in a 1-score game. We'll see if we come back to that or not. But Dawson Knox, 5-yard reception over the middle, 2nd and 5 for Buffalo from the 25. And Josh Allen once again looking to throw, dumps it off over the middle, but it's batted down, incomplete. 10 for Devin Singletary, 3rd and 5. Hell, minute 16, still got 3 timeouts. Big 3rd down and 5 though coming up. Bengals might get the ball back here, you know, and then maybe score again before halftime, and then even more pressures on the Buffalo Bills to do something early 3rd quarter, and then the rest of the way to, of course, get themselves back in the game. Buffalo Bills have scored in the last 2 minutes of the first half in their last 4 playoff games, though. So we'll see if they can do it again. 3rd and 5, Allen's pass caught. Dawson Knox again. So they finally go to him. 2 of the last 3 plays here have been completions to 88. And, 1st and 10. 1st down and 10 for Buffalo. Maybe a little bit of a push-off, but... you know, minute and 11 to play in the half now. Got out of bounds, so the clock stops. So got 3 timeouts. 33-yard line. Allen near side. Diggs, 1st down. Buffalo at the 40. Or Gabe Davis, 13, not 14. Big game Gabe. That's a big catch. Now, he had Dawson Knox wide open down the middle of the field again. But he went near side to Gabe Davis. And to the 41-yard line they go. 1st and 10 Buffalo, an empty set. That was the Bills' longest play today. Ball batted down, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Minute 1, still got 3 timeouts. They're in Bengal territory. If you can get a field goal, if I'm Buffalo, I'd be happy. If you can score, even better. So we'll see what happens here, but just don't do anything stupid. Don't turn it over. Don't, for Josh Allen, try to do too much. Allen over the middle, deflected. It's incomplete. Almost picked off. Incomplete, 3rd and 10. And the thing is, too, they're not taking much time off the clock. So, like I said, Bengals still might get the ball back here. I don't know now at this point if they do anything with it, but 3rd and 10 from the 41.
This stadium opened in 1973 because they had a long period where they did not make the postseason. But back in the day, we all know what they did. It was only a long 50-yard field goal.
Empty set. Allen going to get sacked. No. Rolls out. Heaves it. And there's a flag on the play intended for Diggs, but it falls incomplete. As they talk about kicking field goals in their 50-year-old stadium. Got a hold. Penalties decline. Be 4th down from the 41. You know, you punt. You play field position. You don't want to go for it, not get it. Give them the ball back. 47 seconds, 2 timeouts, needing fucking 25, 30 yards to get in field goal range for themselves. Sean McDermott's right here to punt, pin them deep. Make them drive on you if they want to score again before halftime. Maybe they run a fake punt. That was a big holding, though. It's not 4th and 20, 4th and 10 because they declined it on the incomplete pass, but they're not going to kick a field goal. They're going to punt. And it'll be fair caught about the 10-yard line. So, Bengals 2 timeouts, up 10, 40 seconds to play in the half. You take shots, for sure. You try to get in field goal range. You don't want to turn it over yourself, though. I think, honestly, it's going to depend on what the play call is on the first play and how the first play is executed. Because if they get nothing, or if, Buffalo still has 3 timeouts, they might try to get the ball back here. Like I said, 3.5 minutes of football, like a little bit ago, might be a long time, might be gone in the second, but here we still are, not even halftime yet, 17-7, but yeah, I think it depends on what the play call is, how they execute it, and then to go from there if they're going to do anything, because they might run one play, and then that'll be it, and we go to halftime. Yeah, Bengals, I'd play it safe. You still want to take shots, though. You want to get in field goal range if you can. You want to score as many points as you possibly can. You want to try to get those 3-4 points back that you had on the touchdown, give or take. Before half, early third quarter, potentially, if you hold them to what they have. Because we don't know how big of a swing that's going to be late yet. We'll find out in live time then. But at the same point in time here, you don't want to do anything stupid. You're on the road, you have a lead, it's playoffs. It's rather than advance when you go home. And, we'll see what the play call is. We'll see how it goes, and then we'll go from there. We're going to halftime here in 40 seconds, regardless. I'd take a shot, I would, but at the same point in time, I wouldn't. The problem is, you don't do anything now. 40 seconds, 2 timeouts, you get out of bounds as well. That's an eternity. Problem is, you don't do anything now, you might not get the ball back until mid-third quarter. Because Buffalo's getting the ball back to begin the second half. Say they go on a long touchdown drive. Or just a long scoring drive, field goal, touchdown, whatever it is, 17-10, 17-14. You'd probably like to have some points here. You'd probably like to have the points you had on the touchdown that they overturned, you had to kick a field goal. But they got a ways to go is the problem. 9-yard line, 40 seconds and 2 timeouts. When they've scored their 3 touchdowns, though, it's been 3 70-plus yard touchdown drives. So I think it depends on the first play, on what happens. It's a, interesting situation they're in. Burrow looking to throw, dumps it off on a screen. Pirine, get out of bounds. get out of bounds. He'll get the first down and get out of bounds. So, still got 2 timeouts. 1st and 10, 33 seconds. I'd probably run something similar again. Then I'd take my shot. You're going to want to try to at least get to the 40-yard line. At least to midfield to heave it, but to the 40-yard line in their territory if you'd want to kick a long-ass field goal. You'd want to be even closer, maybe 30, 35. But another screen, P. Ryan, 5 yards, timeout. 26 seconds, 2nd and 5, and a timeout by the Bengals. Yeah. Timeout. They do. All right. So 2nd and 5, about the 25. Snow continuing to fall. When was the last time we had a snow playoff game? Because we're going to go from the snow to the sunny Bay Area later. And when the sun goes down, who the hell knows what's going to happen then? So 2nd and 5 from the 25. 27 seconds to the reset game clock, add an extra second to it. See how beneficial that is. Another dump off, Pirine on another screen. He gets a first down to the 32. Got 1 timeout. Do you call it? I think they do with 19 seconds. Yeah, all right. The Bengals are without timeouts now. They have none left. 1st and 10, 19 seconds. So now at this point, I'm looking for something, in a deep out route to the sideline to get the hell out of bounds. Unless you take a deep shot down the middle of the field and then get up and spike it. But 20 seconds, no timeouts, you don't get out of bounds, clock can run out on you. You got to get the hell out of bounds. You do. And if you don't, we go to halftime. Because Buffalo ain't going to help you. They're not going to call a timeout. Why should they? Be stupid. You're just helping them out at that point. 1st and 10 from the 32. Empty set. Burrow looking to throw. A step up. Going to tuck it and run. Get a first down. Get the hell out of bounds. He did it, but he gets the first down. Now they're going to have to clock it 10 seconds. Yeah. Going to have to clock it. 5, 4, 3, 2. They clock it. He could have got out of bounds with about 12 seconds or so. I mean, they might not have the 5 extra yards, but at this point, I'd like to have the time rather than the yardage, because in 2 seconds here, you're not kicking not in the weather, you're not like this. About a 63-yard field goal. No way. You're going to heave it here and play hook and ladder. Buffalo's probably going to call a timeout. They got 3 of them. Why not? Playing prevent. That's a delay of game. So maybe they take it, give them some extra yardage to throw. Or they actually reset the play clock. Sorry. So still 2nd and 10 for the Bengals. 2 seconds, have no timeouts. You're going to throw a Hail Mary here to end the half. See if Buffalo calls a timeout. They got a couple actual receivers. Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, to name a few, back deep to bat it down. Burrow going to step up and heave it on a Hail Mary to end the half. In the end zone, a little too much. Higgins was there, as was Gabe Davis, but it falls incomplete. And we go to halftime, 17-7 Bengals on top of the Buffalo Bills. But however, the Bills will receive the second half kick as they kicked off to begin the game. Cincinnati, in the meantime, to begin the game, they went officially on a 6-play, 79-yard, 3.5-minute touchdown drive. The Bills then went 3 and out and punted. Bengals, again, then went on a 10-play, 72-yard touchdown drive. Remember, it was 14-0 midway through the opening quarter. Bills punted again. Then the Bengals punted before Buffalo went on a 15-play, 75-yard touchdown drive. Took up about half the second quarter. Cut their lead. Cut their deficit, Cincinnati's lead, to 14-7, I should say. And then remember, there's about a 3 or 4 point difference from the Bengal touchdown to the field goal they settled for on a 14-play, 65-yard touchdown drive. That they said touchdown on the field, however, they overturned it, had to settle for 3 on a 28-yard field goal. So 17-7. Bills punted real quick. I mean, you got to give credit to the Bengals there. I mean, to go from the 9-yard line, 3 screens, color 2 timeouts, got 20 seconds, and then Burrow on a keeper. Give them a chance for Hail Mary. Very well could have got out of bounds, I thought, with some more time. But we go to halftime. Cincinnati up 17-7. Bills to get the ball to begin the second half. Burrow 18-27, 186 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. Sacked on their punt drive. It's the only time he's been sacked. Josh Allen sacked once as well. He's 10-17, 111 yards passing. Has a rushing touchdown from a yard out on a sneak, I might add, as well. Joe Mixon, 9 carries, 55 yards rushing. Burrow, that scamper for 22 yards. Pirine, 2 carries, 11 yards, but also has 5 catches, 31 yards receiving. Mixon 1 for 5 out of the backfield. Hayden Hurst, 4 catches, 46 yards in the score. Jamar Chase, 3 catches, 42 yards in the score. Pirine, 5 of 31 as mentioned. Tyler Boyd, 1 catch, 23 yards. T. Higgins, 2 catches, 17 yards. Trent Irwin, a catch for 13 yards. Josh Allen, 10-17, as mentioned, 111 yards. They have no running game, though. None. Have a rushing touchdown, and then they gave up a field goal. But Josh Allen's going to have to make some plays. They're going to have to find a running game if they want to win this game. And the snow's going to continue to fall during halftime. You know, it's not going away. We'll see how the field conditions, are in the second half. They'll be cleaning it up right now, but it's going to continue to fall. So, got to play through it as you have for half of football. Show off some highlights, but still got another half to play. 60-minute game. So Bengals can't, just hold their 17-7 lead here. They still got to go out and play. Got to go out and score some more points, especially if Buffalo, scores some of their own. But I still think this game's going to come down to the wire. I don't know who's going to win. I don't really care who wins. I just want a good game. We've got that, to an extent for the most part here in the first half. Buffalo with a couple 3-and-outs. Bengals look unstoppable there early, making it look easy. But then they quieted. They settled down a little bit. But yeah, 17-7 at halftime. Burrow was mentioned, 18-27, 186 yards passing, and 2 touchdowns. They are balanced. He's thrown the ball 27 times. They have 13 carries as a team for 91 yards rushing, whereas Josh Allen's 10-17, 111 yards passing. But they only have 10 carries for 27 yards rushing. So honestly, what a 13, 15 play differential in the plays. 41-28. So 14 there. Bengals have more first downs, I might add, as well. They're 3 of 5 on third down. Buffalo's 2 of 6. Buffalo converted on fourth down, though, on a sneak, and then they, got a penalty, but then they snuck it in for a touchdown anyway. Cincinnati almost has 300 total yards compared to less than half of that with Buffalo. The run game, honestly, right now in time possession, Cincinnati leads that by about 5 minutes. Only 3 penalties for 20 yards total. The run game's a difference. They finally got to the screen game. Pirine there before halftime, as Hall of Fame coach Bill Cowher. Cowher Power states, But, yeah, just keeping it simple and balanced. And they're running the football. That's honestly the big difference. I said at the start. The run game with the weather, and then the quarterback who makes the less mistakes. Josh Allen doing a little too much early, but what's new there? Burrow's 18-27, a buck 86 and 2 touchdowns again. One to Chase, one to Hurst. Had another one to Chase, but they overturned it. They had settled for 3. Josh Allen 10-17 pass and 111 yards. James Cook has 4 carries, 15 yards rushing. Singletary 2 of 3. Josh Allen 4 carries, 9 yards in the score. Gabe Davis 2 for 34 in the air. Diggs 3 of 27. Khalil Shakir 1 for 23. Dawson Knox 2 of 14, and Cole Beasley has a catch on a bubble screen for 11 yards. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Somebody else is finally saying it. Josh Allen tries to do too much. Must just be a Central Western Pennsylvania thing that, we're thinking about. For an upstate Western New York team in Buffalo for their quarterback and Josh Allen. I don't know. He does. He tries to do too fucking much at times. There's no other way to put it. I get you got to make a play. You're putting the team on his back. And it's all fine and dandy, when you're winning. But when you're losing, shit hits the fan. What are you going to do then? And I even remember, so we'll see, how Josh Allen plays the second half. But I remember one of their beat reporters this season, late in the year, had said to Josh Allen, during a press conference, hey, I don't think this, offense is capable of, winning a Super Bowl. And all Josh Allen was, he smiled and looked at him and said, okay. So where's that offense at? Because if they think they're, that good, then why aren't they doing what, they normally do? Well, it's because they're playing against a good team. Cincinnati's not in the AFC East, in the AFC North, for what it's worth. I get both divisions got 2 teams into the playoffs, but, the winners in Cincinnati and Buffalo are the 2 that are left because both teams beat in the third matchup of the season just last week, beat their division foes in the wildcard round. So, Josh Allen's going to have to make plays. And if he tries to do too much, if they turn the ball over, they'll lose. They're already in a hole. So, like I said, what makes you think they're going to come out of it until they actually do something? So we'll see if they do anything or not. Now, if he puts him on his back, does too much, but, it works out in their favor, then that's a different story because that's all anybody ever cares about is whether you won or lost. It's easy to, for sure, put him down. But, which I'm not trying to do, I'm just stating facts. He tries to do too much. It's just not myself. There's other people saying it now, too. Like, at least finally come around and starting to realize that. He's not going anywhere anytime soon, though. They signed him an extension recently, and, he's their quarterback of the future. He's the best quarterback they've had since Jim Kelly, for God's sakes, and this is the best Bills teams they've had since the mid-'90s when they went to 4 straight Super Bowls, but they just haven't been able to get back. They're so close, yet so far away. But, he needs, honestly, to shut everybody up, is what he needs to do the second half. But then whoever wins this game is going to be up against Mahomes and his injured ankle and the Chiefs next week. And that'll be a big topic of discussion this week. He's going to play, so just shut up about it, And like I said earlier, yeah, Chad Henne honestly was the MVP of the game yesterday. He was. And the run game as well. The run game for the Bengals today is working out. I don't know if Mahomes will get hurt again or if, it's worse than, is. But he's going to have a week to rest. A little over a week, actually. Since they played yesterday and that AFC Championship game is not until next Sunday night. But yeah, he should be good to go. He'll play. But if he doesn't, I don't know if, they'd figure something out, but I don't know if they'd be able to win that, let alone get the Super Bowl and then win that game too, because then, well, the best of the best, the teams that find ways to win are the last ones going to be standing. Plain and simple, because you play to win the game, as Herm Edwards once said. So, still going to have football to play here. We're about 2 hours away from kickoff with the Cowboys and 49ers on Fox, but halftime here on CBS, 17-7 Bengals. We'll see what gives. As always, I'm sure something will. So, 17-7 at halftime. Bills to receive the second half kick. Get some points on that opening second half drive, field goal, touchdown. Just they continue to chop, cut the lead. Both teams playing with the weather, so that's not going to be an excuse because I know it's going to be asked later. Because, we're not the only ones playing it. They are too. They'll say flat out, hey, we just didn't make enough plays. I can already fucking hear it. And that's for either of these teams, honestly, but more so than not the Bills. But then that's also for the Bengals because, they have a lead and you don't want to blow it. You're up on the road and you have a running game, so use it. Run the damn ball, work clock, and get out of Dodge with a win and then go to Kansas City. And then, everybody that bought tickets to the neutral site ASTH game will get their fucking money back. NFL would be pissed because then, all the season ticket holders for the Chiefs would have first dibs. But that's neither here nor there. But, yeah, if the Bengals win, they go to Kansas City. If the Bills win, the Bills-Chiefs AFC Championship games at neutral site in Atlanta next Sunday. Because of this game from a few weeks ago. Hell, we didn't even get to halftime on Monday Night Football. Game was stopped with 5:58 to play in the first quarter. So, postponed, suspended, and then canceled. Both teams won their divisions. Both teams in the divisional round. At halftime, Bengals lead the Bills 17-7. So, those are your first half stats and scores. We're about to begin the second half. Buffalo going to be back deep to receive. So, I'll leave it at that. We'll recap shortly what's happened so far in the NFL playoffs and preview what's to come, I might add, as well. But in the meantime, once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Link to the description below. Scroll down, check out Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Hit that red subscribe button, notification bell next to it. Live right here on YouTube. Thumbs up button if you want Cincinnati to win. Thumbs up button if you want Buffalo to win. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Glenn Luke 96. I'm a Buffalo Bill return out to about the 28-yard line. But yeah, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Links in the description below. Thumbs up button. Share, chat questions and comments, super chat, super stickers. Super like, super thanks. Always greatly appreciated. 1st and 10, Buffalo down 10, 17-7 here. Officially 14:54 to play in the third quarter to begin the second half. And this is the first time the Bills have trailed at home all season long. First and 10, they'll try to run it. Up the middle, another 3-4 yards. And this is what's, looking back, talk about Buffalo getting to this point in the playoffs, but they can't get the conference title game. Chiefs have done it 5 straight years. We're going to have a rematch next week and a playoff rematch from last year, the Chiefs-Bengals or Chiefs-Bills again, with whoever wins this game. And we'll see where the game's played at, depending on who wins here once again. But the problem with Buffalo, come this time of the year, as Josh Allen, 2nd and 6, pump fakes over the middle, it's caught, first down. They'll push him, but Diggs, first down, Buffalo. Look at Cincinnati. They're able to run the football. They're balanced. Burrow, play action, good defense. Buffalo's a good defense as well. Josh Allen, honestly, at quarterback, he's also their leading rusher today and in years past in the playoffs because they don't have a running game. Running game, along with a damn good defense, it travels. It gets you further. That's what, especially in this weather, you would think run the ball, clock management, time possessions, the big factor. But right now, it's not. We'll see if it turns into that as my doppelganger appears on the screen. But 2nd and 4 now, Buffalo from the 45. They got to run the football. And they are here. First down, out past midfield, Devin Singletary for about 8 yards. So move to 6, but I mean, maybe take a shot now. That's a hold. But yeah, run the ball, work clock. Especially Cincinnati, you have a lead. Now we're going to have a whistle. The Zebra is going to huddle up. We have timeout. Or a jersey malfunction. Okay. More trash talk. As we're letting it snow, and yeah, let it snow. Bills in the snow most recently beat the Dolphins. They beat them last week, I might add as well. But they're down here. So that was in this. Now you got to take care of business now because nobody cares about what happened, earlier, what you've already done. All anybody cares about is what you're doing now and what you're going to do, moving ahead. Josh Allen rolls out, throws complete. Shakir. First down, Buffalo. I wouldn't necessarily call him Superman, but from the 31, 1st and 10. Josh Allen rolls out, pump fakes, going to tuck it and run out of bounds for about 2, maybe 3 yards. Yeah. Thank you, Jim Nance. I already said that. Yeah, that game was crazy. I remember watching that. That was bonus coverage. Went to overtime. Yeah, the Bill season's been up and down crazy, to say the least. It has. A lot of exciting moments and exciting games, and they've won as much as they've won, but Cincinnati the same. And now, like I said, all anybody cares about is what you're doing right now, because playoff football is totally different than the regular season. You did what you did to get here, but what are you going to do next? They won last week, as the Bengals did as well, both at home last Sunday, so same amount of time of rest, minus a couple hours because the Bengals played last Sunday night and they have to travel then. But we'll see what Josh Allen does here, man. If he's going to do too much or if he's going to put it in the end zone, they're going to score, cut this lead. 10-40 and counting to play in third quarter, got 3rd and 2 here. They're in field goal range, but this is pretty steady snow for as he keeps it again and gets on the first down. All right. That honestly, it's sticking, but it's not as, like I said earlier, as bad as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, it's first down. Dawson Knox, I'm telling you. Go to 88. From the 20, 1st and 10. They barely get it off, but Josh Allen, far side in the end zone, incomplete intent for Diggs, as then he slides headfirst, takes out somebody into the stands. He checks in on her. She's okay.
Go ahead and watch this. Last week he did. This week,
Hey, down we go.
it's a perfectly thrown ball, but it's a little wide. It's one of those you almost needed to get up and touch early.
Well, you take that picture.
That was a hard fall.
That was a pretty hard fall by both of them. Especially, on turf, but then especially on top of that when it's cold out, it's rock hard, and it's snowing. Yeah. So, Bengals Bills to an animal commercial for whatever the hell this is. Oh, please, shut the fuck up already. It's been 3 years. Take the damn mask off, too. Good fucking God, people. Grow the hell up. Quit being scared. Now we're going to get to see Josh Allen, quarterback for the Bills, shave his face. Joe Burrow really in any, commercials. He is Joe Cool, though, at times. Haven't had the ball yet to begin the second half, though. I can guarantee you that. But yeah. Got an injury timeout. Incompletion to Diggs, and then he fell into photographer, and she fell down, and yeah, so. But I said, too, about with what happened a couple weeks ago when these two teams played, any injury doesn't, it's serious. You don't want to see anybody get hurt by any means. But it doesn't need to be taken out of context. Oh, like, a broken thumb is a fucking head injury, Like, that is a fucking scratch in football, okay? Like, you continue to play, you move on, the show goes on, one way or another. You know when it's serious, and it was serious a couple weeks ago. I'm not saying that. It's just they don't need to overreact now and to get all scared and act as if a fucking, slaps a, broken bone or something, worse than that. So he just got the wind knocked out of him. It felt like, fell to the ground, took a shot. But back to the action here shortly. Buffalo Bill ball. Officially 9:50 to play in the third quarter. Yeah, it's really snowing. Yeah, they'll have to clear off the table as it's covered in snow. They'll put the 10 up. Clear it off. But 2nd and 10 for the 20. If only, that blizzard they got wasn't, as Cole Beasley on the reception, 1st and goal Buffalo instead of 10, wasn't coming down now. Because they were getting about a half a foot or a foot of snow every fucking hour. It's ridiculous. Like, that would be awesome to see that in this game. But, snow's still a factor, but they're still playing. 1st and goal from the 9. So we do get a snow game. And like I said earlier, when's the last time we had a snow playoff game? Because I think it's been a while. I'm going to have to look that up. 1st and goal, handoff, Cook. Well, he just burnt that 2-yard loss. Snow playoff game. And now CBS freezes. What the hell? And now my screen just went black. What the fuck? don't tell me the weather's an issue for myself right now either. Yeah, fucking satellite went out. God fucking damn it. Give it a minute. It'll come back on here. In the meantime, if anybody else is watching and, you know, can tell what the hell's going on because I can't see, let me know in the comments below. We'll try to, you know, watch this through Gamecast. I might add, I could pull up Paramount Plus on another TV. This should be back on in a minute. No, but we're going to check in on the snow playoff games. And here's the top 10 weather games in NFL history. And a good portion of these 10 are, I might add, in the playoffs. The Ice Bowl, because it was fucking cold as ice. The Tuck Roll game, which was 20 plus years ago now. Just the other day. In a blizzard. The Fog Bowl. Wind chill at 59 below in the 81 AFC Championship game. Bills, I might add, just kicked the field goal. So it's 17-10. 7:42 to play in the third quarter. And hopefully this comes back on in a second. It should. It's, of course, acting up when it doesn't need to be. Expect the unexpected. But, I think technology is good, but it also sucks when it needs to be good. Like, what the fuck? Turf turned ice in the 75 AFC Championship game. The 1948 NFL Championship game was played in a blizzard. Yeah, that picture probably doesn't do justice. The snowplow game. All right, we're back. Commercial break, 17-10. Yeah, they brought a fucking snowplow out. That's right, and they cleared the field for the kicker to kick a game-winning field goal. A sneakers game? The Giants wore sneakers in the 1934 NFL Championship game because of the weather. And then the 1980 AFC Divisional Playoff game, here we are. Just like yesterday, the Jaguars and Chiefs had some weather then, too. Snow, rain, sleet, mixture of everything. Of course, it simmered off and Chiefs won, but here's the other AFC Divisional Playoff game. Cold yet painful game. The Raiders won. And then everything else, it says, has been in the regular season, but those are in the playoffs. So I guess we have had, it's just been a while. As I said, just when was the last time? I know there's, been games like this in the playoffs, but when was the last time? So, I mean, you're looking maybe 20 years, give or take, worth noting. As the Bills kicked the field goal, they're on the kickoff here, 17-10. Bengals get the ball first time in the second half. Left to right across television screen, ready on auto dial. As this Bill defense, they're going to have to stampede the Bengals. But, yeah, whoever wins this game plays Kansas City. Bengals, Chiefs will be in Arrowhead. Bills, Chiefs will be in Hot Atlanta. 1st and 10 from the 25. Toss. And mix into about the 28, or 3, maybe 4 yards. So, yeah, you have a lead. You're on the road in the playoffs. You're on the fucking football. Run the damn ball. Work clock. As the sun's starting to go down, I might add, too, even though it hasn't been out because it's been snowing, but it's starting to get dark. Starting to get nighttime. Coming up on 5 p.m. Eastern time. 2nd and 6. And Burrow pump fakes, steps up. He'll tuck it and run. And he will get out of bounds this time. Meantime, he'll get a first down. Just think he gets out of bounds before halftime. They lose maybe 5 yards or so, but they have another 10 seconds. They said then, I'd rather have the time than the yardage. Because you're still probably going to throw a Hail Mary, but maybe you can get in field goal range. Maybe you have a couple more points than you do. Like I said, too, we'll see, from the touchdown and the field goal, if that 3-4 point swing is going to be a difference here in the second half. 1st and 10, Cincinnati from the 38-yard line. 17-10 your score. Screen, complete to Chase out of the backfield. Jamar Chase to about the 45, 50, another first down, Cincinnati. 6:16 and counting to play in this third quarter. Once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. But, hey, everybody's hurt at this point. It's playoffs. Depends on what your threshold of pain is and if you can go or not. 1st and 10. Burrow's pass caught. Higgins. Yeah, they're booing him. That's his 3rd catch, and he's been booed on every fucking catch. It wasn't his fault that DeMar Hamlin got hurt, okay? Bills Mafia should know better. Surprised they're not throwing fucking dildos on the field yet. 1st and 10 from the 40. Yeah, Peyton Manning football because it's not Tony Romo football there, Tony Romo. Burrow, slow to get up, holding his left leg. No, but yeah, keep it simple. Run the ball, play action. Burrow took a shot late. Yeah, just fell down. Hold his inner left thigh, it looks like. And that's sort of non-contact, I might add as well. Yeah, left knee injury. And he, remember, blew his knee out his rookie year. Won the Heisman, won the national title, #1 overall pick from LSU to Cincinnati. Oh, that's a catch and a drop. Come on, you got to catch that. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. Yeah, Burrow lucky there. Yeah, it should be 3rd and medium, not 3rd and 10. That's a catch. Go back to doing kid commercials. 3rd and 10. And a whistle and a timeout. As Tony Romo just likes drawing circles on the screen. Thinks he's the best football analyst in the world. Tries to make it funny when he's not. But see, this Jim Nance and Romo crew is 4 of 4. From Amazon to Fox, with ESPN leading the way with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. And then it's CBS. It's ESPN, Amazon, Fox, CBS. I guess I can pat myself on the back and say I'm number 5. If you think so, subscribe. 3rd and 10 after the Bill timeout. Just get 5, maybe 8 yards, kick a field goal. Go back up. 2 scores, go up 10. Burrow looking to throw. They bring pressure. Far side caught. Hayden Hurst hurdles and gets a first down. 12-yard reception, first down Bengals. And they'll move the sticks. He's had a big game. For sure. Hayden Hurst has a huge game. He's wide open in the flat. And then Hurst hurdles. Remember, he played minor league baseball for the Pirates. Not saying he would have been, difference in, having them win any games, but Kutch is back, and he obviously thinks they're close to winning, but he went and played football then at South Carolina. Former Raven and Falcon, now he's with the Bengals, and second down and short coming up after that, around 2nd and 2. Joe Mixon's had a big game today too, I might add. 11 carries, 67 yards rushing, they say. Whereas Hayden Hurst here, late third quarter, Bengals lead 17-10. 2nd and 2 coming up from the 20-yard line. Hurst has 5 catches, 60 yards, and a touchdown. Leading the team in receiving, just followed by Jamar Chase. They sneak it on 2nd and 2. Very rarely do you see a sneak on more than a yard out. They get the first down, though. And all Josh Allen can do is shake his head as he sits on the sideline. Well, if you've done more early or try not to do too much, you wouldn't be in the situation, man. That's first down. He's not touched until right there, though. That's a first down. No. They say 1st and 10. And now he's short of the line again, and it's 3rd and inches. So how much does this change the play call? As Zach Taylor is arguing with the refs, and rightfully so, like, hey, you said first down, and now you aren't going to reset the play clock for me when you say it's 3rd and inches. There's clock management issues last week with the Dolphins up against the Bills. 3rd and fucking nose of a football. And they'll toss it, Mixon far side, get the first down with ease, inside the 10, make them pay to the 5, 1st and goal Bengals. 2:15 counting to play in the 3rd. And at this point, yeah, I'm rooting for the Bengals to win this game. Put Josh Allen and the Bills in their place. Even though I said out of the AFC preseason and before the playoffs began, they'd be the AFC team to get to the Super Bowl, I think. They're not playing good. He's trying to do too damn much, and their defense is fucking sucking ass. But I'm still not going to be surprised they come back and win this game because you just can't count them out. 1st and goal from the 5. And if the Bengals, win, they go to Kansas City for the second consecutive year to take on the Chiefs in the championship game. And the Chiefs, of course, are going to try to get revenge. Bengals are going to try to get back to the Super Bowl. Like I said, they don't care about anything that happened. They just want to win. They're not here for, as we have a pass interference on the Bills, be a spot foul. There's a foul occurred at the 1, so, yeah, it'd be a spot foul. Occurs in the end zone, a spot at the 1. Occurred at the 1, they spot foul it. 1st and goal, Bengals at the 1. Yeah, that's a good call. His defensive hold more of the pass interference. But still a penalty, and it's still 1st down for the Bengals. But here comes the touchdown. 1st and goal. A draw to Mixon up the middle. Or is he going to throw? He'll hand off up the middle. They stuff him. Powell keeps pushing right there in the goal line. But, yeah, they'll say he's short by about a half yard. 2nd and goal. Under 2 to play in this 3rd quarter. And Cincinnati's controlling the game by running the football and working clock. And rightfully so, as they should. As anybody should. If the Bengals win this game, they're going to deserve to win. If the Bills win, it'd be luck. They just get lucky and find a way. But yeah, the Bengals don't want to be, in that moment like, oh, we got to play because of this. No. We got our own party to, go to. We're here to win. 12 on the field. So Yeah, you can't get any closer, but it's rather than a second goal, first and goal again. So they get a new set of downs. Under center, they jump off sides. There's another penalty and a free play. They blow it dead. Pass is caught in the back of the end zone, but incomplete because, well, play ain't going to count because they set off sides and still first goal for Cincinnati. I mean, how much closer can you put the ball on the goal line? Other than having it already be on the goal line. You can't. These penalties, I mean, they're good penalties by Buffalo, but then you're giving them, it's first and goal, not second and goal. They'll spot it very easily there, right inside the one. Right on the inch line. You can't get much closer, but under center's Burrow. It should be first and goal, not second and goal. Higgins going to block as they'll hand off. Nixon in the end zone, touchdown Bengals. That's a touchdown. That was a fucking touchdown, even though they pushed him back. And now there's no signal, no call. They say he's short. Third, if I'm Zach Taylor, I'm fucking throwing that challenge flag. It's a touchdown. They're trying to take more touchdowns off the board from you now. They're trying to keep Buffalo in this game is what they're trying to fucking do. That's a touchdown. Yes. Good God. Challenge it. That's a touchdown. Good God. Yeah, you can very rarely see on the replay, but that was a touchdown live time. You can clear as day see the red challenge flag in the white snow. As we've seen a couple yellow flags too, like the dog piss, the refs are at times. Cincinnati's going to challenge it, and they should win this. That's a fucking touchdown. They've already taken one off board from them that's held for 3. That's a touchdown. They have to find an bit of evidence to overturn it, as the call on the field was short. Now they got to overturn it the other way and say touchdown. So they got to fix their second mistake, and rather than touchdown to no touchdown, this time it's no touchdown to touchdown. As we get a Bills Mafia commercial for all the tables and ketchup and mustard and drinking out of bowling balls and everything else crazy they do. Yeah. Under a minute to play in the third quarter, 17-10. This is a big touchdown. Big play. When they said no touchdown, even though that's a touchdown. That is a touchdown. The other one was a touchdown as well. So, I mean, have that. They have this here. I mean, it's 28-10 rather than 17-10, let alone 20 or 24-10. It's a 3-score game rather than a, 1-score game that it is, or a 2-score game at 10 or 14. The refs are trying to keep the Bills in this game is what it seems like. They want a comeback by Josh Allen. They want another, historic finish. That's what it feels like. So, no touchdown on the field. When it was a touchdown, clear as day. They say third down. Cincinnati challenges, so they'll have to find a bit of evidence to return it. From no touchdown to touchdown, when they had a touchdown earlier, they took it off. So they overturned that one. You need to overturn this. This is a touchdown. And then they still have a chance to come back. They'd be down 14. They need 2 touchdowns to tie in the fourth. Make sure their defense keeps them out of the end zone might as well. But the Bills had the ball to begin the second half, had it for about half the quarter, and the Bengals have had it the whole time since. So possessions are, slim pickings right now. They are. So you got to, make it worth your while on what you're going to do, to be honest with you. So, we'll see what the call on the field is here when we return. And the call on the field is, it is a touchdown now. All right. They overturn it. Yeah, clear as day. That's a touchdown. Been saying that. So, we came back. Rolling on the field as he was down. And then it looked like they were still looking at it, but then they say it was overturned and touchdown. So touchdown Bengals, 24-10 if this extra point's up and good. Which it is. 24-10 Bengals with 1:17 to play in the third quarter. And Buffalo, remember, they called a timeout in this third quarter. They'll have 2 left with a 2-minute warning in the fourth. Bengals with 3 and a 2-score 14-point lead. So Bills fans are going to be pissed about that. Delay a game. Well, they give them a half a second to a second, give or take sometimes. Obviously weren't paying attention. They probably can't even see the fucking play clock. It's snowing that bad, okay? Touchdown. The refs have fucked up all game, so they fuck up there. And what can you do? 24-10. When really it probably should be 28-10. So Buffalo's lucky. The first touchdown was overturned. They had to settle for 3. This one, not so much. When both were touchdowns anyway. So touchdown to a field goal, no touchdown to a touchdown. It's 24-10. It should be 28-10, to be honest with you. But in the meantime, it's time to play the game, and the Bills are going to try to come back and 1 tie it up and 2 let alone win it. Get the championship game. 1:11 to play in the third quarter, but like I said, possessions, as there's a flag on the return, probably a holder blocking the back if I'd have to guess. Well, 1st and 10. See where the ball's going to be spotted at, though. Yeah, hold, 10 yards. First down. The possessions, just timing, going to be on Buffalo's side. They got to score quick. Get the ball back, score again. You could probably kick a field goal here, as long as you don't take up a lot of time. But if you take up a lot of time, don't score, don't get anything at all, the game honestly might be over. Because, the penalties hurt them, no running games hurt them. Josh Allen trying to do too much at times, hurting them again. As he'll look to throw here, and that'll be incomplete intended for Diggs. So, I mean, you would think of any team that, should be able to play in this type of weather, it's Buffalo or Green Bay. Maybe New England, Pittsburgh, Philly, for that matter. Chicago, Denver, Kansas City at times. Seattle, it fucking rains up in the Pacific Northwest all the time. They get snow every once in a while. Minnesota, if they didn't play inside. Detroit, the same. But Cincinnati's not that team, that you would think they'd be playing this good, having a 14-point lead as we near the end of the third quarter in this type of weather. But they don't care. They're trying to get back at the Super Bowl, and they're putting it to the Bills. So I think coming out of this game, the big thing is going to be, the Bengals played good, but it's how bad the Bills looked. And then looking ahead, they still can't get over that hump. They had the 4 falls of Buffalo in the 90s, going to 4 straight Super Bowls and losing. You have Niagara Falls. I'm sure there's going to be some Bills Mafia fans if they lose this game. Gabe Davis, deep ball on 3rd and 2. Deep ball on 3rd and 2. Incomplete. Get the fucking first down. What kind of play call is that? Good coverage. They bat it down, incomplete. So they're, going to be thinking about jumping, even though that's illegal now. Tatanka, I don't know if the fucking Native Americans, the Indians, cursed land by any means or what, or if there's a, just something against the Buffalo Bills that come playoff time, even in the Super Bowl, they just can't win. You might be the best team in the regular season, but if you're not the best team in the postseason in the Super Bowl, you're nothing. You know? At times, though, the best teams don't win the Super Bowl. You know? Buffalo's a damn good team, but now they're getting not necessarily full of themselves. They're just not playing good. Defensively, have given up 3, should be 4 touchdowns, but 3 touchdowns and a field goal to the Bengals here today. Really 3 passing touchdowns by Burrow, even though he has 2. Damn near perfect. They have a rushing touchdown. The difference is the running game. The difference in this game is Joe Mixon and Samaje Perine. And they're working the screen game, too. Well, they haven't done it since the first half, but 2 seconds to play in the third quarter, 24-10. Burrow dumps it off. Mixon. And to the 45, 50, he goes, first down Bengals. So just like that, they're in Bill territory. Half the field to work with, full 15 to go, and they're up 14. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to run the fucking football, and they're going to win this game. The Bill defense needs to stop. They need a turnover. So at the end of 3, 24-10. Joe Burrow, 22 of 33, 234, and 2 touchdowns. Mixon has 14 carries, 80 yards rushing, and a touchdown. Also has 2 catches, 18 yards receiving. Perine has 5 catches, 31 yards receiving out of the backfield. Burrow has 3 carries, 32 yards rushing. Hayden Hurst had a big game at tight end, 5 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown for him. Jamar Chase, 453 and a score as well. T. Higgins, 328. Boyd, 1 catch for 23 yards earlier, but nothing since. Buffalo, as they're down 14 entering the fourth, gonna have to make a stop on defense. Josh Allen's 15 of 26, a $159. And he also, once again, leads the team in rushing. And he's that example when I say, with the Bills, I might add, as well as the team overall. When your starting quarterback leads your team in rushing, you have a serious fucking problem. He has 7 carries, 20 yards rushing, and a 1-yard sneak for a score. Devin Singletary, 5 of 19, and James Cook, 5 of 13. Like I said earlier, their biggest problem coming this time of year, whether they're good or not, they don't have a fucking running game. And they can't stop it today either because Joe Mixon, like I said, 14 for 80 and a score on the ground. Josh Allen, 15 of 26, a $159 passing, 20 yards rushing, and a touchdown. They also have a field goal there on their opening second half drive, but they just gave up a touchdown once again to the Bengals and backed down even more. Khalil Shakir has 2 catches, 40 yards. Stephon Diggs, 435. Gabe Davis has 2 catches, 34 yards receiving. Need Diggs to step up this fourth quarter. Need Dawson Knox to step up, I would think, as well, 2 for 14. Compared to the game he's had compared to Hayden Hurst. You know, we saw the tight ends yesterday ball out and show out for tight end U. And Kittle and Dalton Schultz still have to play tonight. And coming off, games they've played recently, I mean, yeah, it's playoff football. And it's run the football, check down, run some play action, play damn good defense, rely on your special teams, capitalize off of turnovers, and, hopefully you're the last one standing at the end of the game. But to begin the fourth quarter, 24-10, Bengals, they have the ball, 1st and 10, right around midfield. 3 timeouts, 2-minute warning for them, 2 timeouts, 2-minute warning for the Bills. Handoff, Mixon, and lowers the shoulder, and 9-yard carry for him. He's on the cusp of 100 yards rushing today. 2nd and 1. Keep running it. If I'm the Bengals, I'm keep running the fucking football. And, I mean, as a Steelers fan myself, like I said, could care less who wins this game. Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati week 1 in overtime, my dad. Lost him at home, lost the Bills on the road. But you got to respect what they're doing. And it's smash mouth football. Running it, playing damn good defense. I mean, they got the Super Bowl last year, and were close. They're a game and a quarter away from going back. We'll see how this finishes up, and then we'll see what happens next week. But the Bengals, man, yeah. And I remember saying a couple years ago, I think I said this on here before. I don't know when it would have been. Had to have been last year. Just looking, thinking about the past, with, okay, who's that team, that's, so close. Because, you look at the Bengals throughout history. Burrow, 1st and 10, quick pass, complete the chase. First down, we'll say 2nd and short. At least over the past 20 years, you go from Carson Palmer and Andy Dalton to Joe Burrow. That's pretty damn good. But when, they got to the playoffs first 2 times with those 2 quarterbacks, they couldn't win. Burrow in his 2nd year gets the Super Bowl. Maybe in his 3rd year goes and wins it for all we know. But yeah, quarterback away, as we always say for teams. There are a few teams I was this year in the NFL right about, a few teams more so than not that I was clear-cut wrong about, and, I'll own up to that. That pass batted down incomplete. 3rd and 2. The Bills were my pick in the AFC to make the Super Bowl. Preseason and come playoff time here. But like I said, you got to respect what Cincinnati's doing today, especially in this weather. And it's really coming down now. It's getting worse as the game progresses. They're trying to get traction. Like I said earlier, traction would be a key word. The camera's getting all covered in snow, too. 3rd and 2 from the 30. So they're in field goal range. Get those points back they had on the touchdown, potentially. They don't score. Burrow going to go deep. Incomplete. And then a flag on the play. There's a helmet-to-helmet hit, accidental, with teammates. Hopefully they're okay. But, T. Higgins, the intended target, and Bills fans, as they've been booing him all game, they'll boo him again because they're probably thinking they're out to fucking get him. They say pass interference in the meantime on the Bills, which is probably the right call. And then, then the helmet-to-helmet. So they'll take a break. 2 Bills defenders down in the end zone after a helmet-to-helmet hit. Jordan Poyer and Tre'Davious White, who was called for the pass interference. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Bengals, and now back to the running game and work more clock. Get the field goal, get the points back you had on your touchdown they took from you, or if you scored, you do the math, you add a field goal to it. With how everything's gone to this point. They have 14 more points than the Bills do. They're looking to score again. Time's on Buffalo's side. They haven't done shit, honestly, all game. They had 1 good drive for a touchdown. Had a field goal early 3rd quarter, but then everything else has been nothing. Where the Bengals, they've scored again, but then it was a field goal. And then scored, I might add, once more and looking to score again. So, Cincinnati's putting it to them. And they're doing it by running the football. So I don't want to hear as we get the Houday waiting room painting his face the wrong color. Commercial. But, rookie mistake. Well, these quarterbacks have, played a lot of football. The biggest factor is the run game, as thought at the start of the game. And then the quarterback, a few mistakes, which they haven't turned the ball over. That's the thing, we haven't had a turnover yet. So we'll see if that comes into play here in the 4th quarter. But I don't want to hear it as an excuse that, with the weather, that's why you lost. No. Because then, like I said, your opponent who then you lost to, or won against, however you want to put it, still continues to fall, that Well, they also had to play in it, and then they beat you. So
On a 3rd and 2. And look, it's not a huge, contactable play, but if you see the right arm restricted there, and then the hold again,
that's a good call.
it's taking that half a step or step.
And then, of course, you have the injury, double injury with the head-to-head hit. But 1st and goal now for the Bengals. They score here, this game's over. Kick a field goal. They'll still have a chance, but a slim one at that, because simply time's just not going to be on their side. And if this snow is continuing to fall the way it is, just no, no chance. And, Kansas City's loving this because they're going to get a home game out of it. That's if the Bengals hold on to win. Bills win games in Atlanta. Yeah, the snow's really picked up this second half. Yeah, it's really snowing now. From about the 5-yard line, handoff. Burrow actually going to keep it himself. No gain in the play. And don't get fancy. She'll let you down. No gain in the play. 2nd and goal. Just keep it simple. Run the damn ball. And whatever you do, do not turn it over. Don't throw a fade either. Do not throw a fade. Come back a little high, incomplete on the goal line. Hayden Hurst, the intended target. Now you got 3rd and goal. And you've gotten, no yardage after the penalty. Yeah, the ball is just a little high. And it would have been a touchdown if he caught it. But 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. And if you don't convert, you kick it. You don't go for it on 4th and goal. They'll have the 4th and goal at the 2. You kick it. You take the points. 12 minutes to play. You're up 14. Would you rather still be up 14? Let alone, I can understand 21 or 17. Because then they need 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point attempts. You kick field goal here. It's a chip shot. It's going to be about a 19, 20-yard field goal. Old school extra point, but you kick the field goal here. And McPherson's turned into one of the best kickers in the league. I mean, he kicked a couple game winners last year in the playoffs. Made from 28 earlier today. This would be from 20. And the kick's going to be up. And I believe good. Could barely see the ball in the snow, but yeah, it's good. 27-10. Flag on the play, 11:22 to play. What's the dirty laundry from the Zebras?
Cincinnati could beat the Bills. People may have thought
Offside.
they might even win by a touchdown.
12 on defense. It's against the Bengals. They're going to make him re-kick. Neutral zone infraction, offsides. This decline. Kicks up good. 27-10, 11:22 to play. Bills have 2 timeouts, 2-minute warning, down 17. And they got to score, and score fast, and score again, and do the same. And this game's over. The Bengals are going to beat the Bills. Still 11:22 to play, which is a lot of football. But the way this is, shaked out, an hour away from the Cowboy 49er game kicking off, which will also have live watch-along reactions live on YouTube then, so be sure to tune back in. Be sure to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to keep an eye out for upcoming videos. Be sure to tune back in, I might add, next weekend as well for the WWE Royal Rumble and the AFC and NFC Conference Championship games, and then 2 weeks from then, Super Bowl 57 on February the 12th. This game's over. This game is flat out over. The Bengals are going to win. Some people are going to say an upset. And, from on paper, yeah, I could see that. Buffalo's a 6-point favorite. But, hell, they didn't get 6 points until just right before halftime. when the, Bengals are already up 2.5 scores. So, and then they've, kept at it in the second half. Cincinnati's played a full game compared to the Bills. They've only punted once, maybe twice. Look into that here for the brand real quick. Kicked 2 field goals, could have 2 touchdowns, but they make up from the touchdown that got taken off the board on that now. I mean, the difference would be a missed extra point if, you do the math. Or if they went for 2 and didn't get it. Yeah, the Bengals have scored 1, 2, 3 touchdowns, as the Bills for sure need to start me up. Go eat some buffalo wings and ribs and shrimp, but all you can eat. But yeah, 3 touchdowns, 2 field goals. Had a, end of half there with the Hail Mary. But yeah, the Bengals have only punted once today, whereas the Bills have punted not once but twice, make it 3 and 4 times. And now, with 11:22 to play, time simply not on their side, the Bengals have still controlled the clock by a good 8 minutes. Their running game is the difference. I mean, Burrow's played better than Allen, I might add, as well. Penalties have cost the Bills 7-1 to 55 to only 5 yards. And the Bengals have been able to convert on third down, so the Bills' defense not playing good, not being able to get the ball off the field. Kickoff and a touchback. All right, first 10-25. And like I said, we have yet to have a turnover. Does Josh Allen try to do too much here and turn the ball over and then that's all she wrote? Or do they drive and score? The Bengals somehow turn the ball over. They score off of it. It's a 3-point game then late. And then the 2 field goals that, could have been touchdowns potentially for the Bengals. At least the one for sure. Those 3-4 to a max of 14 points are a difference. Potentially 1st and 10, Josh Allen looking to throw. And it's complete Dawson Knox out past midfield to the 40, 1st and 10, Buffalo. Right down the seam. And a 1st down completion. Cincinnati's like, what the hell happened? One play like that, and they're in Bengal territory. Josh Allen rolling out near side, throws it out of bounds, incomplete. Wanted Beasley deep. Gabe Davis was in the middle, but incomplete, 2nd and 10. And yeah, with them not having a running game and then them being down 17, 10-47 play, they're going to be throwing. And so Cincinnati knows they're going to be throwing. It's, what do you give up? Well, honestly, it's the short shit. It's nothing deep. So 2nd and 10. And a pump fake on a screen, going to step up down the middle, caught right at the marker. We'll see if they give it to him. They will. That's Cole Beasley on the reception. 1st down, Buffalo. Yep. 10.5 to play. They're still down 17, though, here. It's going to get interesting if they can score here and then get a stop on defense quick and get the ball back and potentially score again. Because then this is, one works in their favor, but then, as they bring a safety blitz and they hit them, ball's out, Bengals have it. And Hendrickson on the recovery, and they say fumble, recovered by the Bengals rather than incomplete pass. And the first turnover of the game. See a replay here. Happened earlier. Ooh, he got fucking sandwiched. Shit. That's a fumble. That is a fumble. It's a fumble on the field. Bengals recovered. And then he got fucking sandwiched. Shit. That's a big hit. And Mike Hilton, the former Steeler, jars the ball loose. Snow's starting to stick to everybody's helmet. It's really coming down. So they'll take a break. They'll look at it. Bills are probably going to challenge. I mean, you sort of have to. Season's on the fucking line. Yeah. That's a fumble. And they rolled it a fumble, and the Bengals recovered. So we'll see here what happens. As Andy Reid's still drawing mustaches on people on airplanes. As the Chiefs await, seemingly Cincinnati again. And we'll get Mahomes and Burrow again next week, it looks like. And then it's better luck next season for the Buffalo Bills. And then all the talk about DeMar Hamlin goes away, and that's it. Hopefully, okay, he's okay and all that, but making a big deal out of, something that happens in everyday life. Making a bigger deal than it needs to be, long story short. And I get, something you don't see happen on the football field or in sports in general, but yeah, when that happens in everyday life and, people just sweep it under the fucking rug, and then all because it's happened in sports, sport fan myself, surprising me in saying this, but it's fucking true. We need to make an example out of it. No, just shut the fuck up, It's a fucking problem with the media. Try to make a story out of fucking nothing. Even though it was something, it wasn't something that happens all the damn time. As I said, it happens in everyday life. But yeah, fumble. Bengals ball? No, they say Bills ball. They overturned it. So, incomplete, 2nd and 10, Bills ball still. 10-12 to play, still down 17, 27-10. Ball at 33-yard line. But like I said, it's going to get interesting here. If they score, get a stop on defense, potentially score again. Pump fake, going to tuck it and run, slide. Be 3rd and about 4. He's going to want a late hit. Yeah, throw your arms up while you fucking want. That's a clean tackle. No. You slid, you gave yourself up, and yeah, no, you're not going to get that. And that's a fumble. They're just trying to keep Buffalo in this game is all they're doing. It's a fucking fumble. Like I said, I care less who wins this game, but I did say, the way it's played out, yeah, Cincinnati, well, they deserve to win this game. If Buffalo wins, it's going to be fucking luck. 3rd and 4, empty set, looking to throw, gets hit, caught, Dawson knocks to the 20, but, it's working out in Buffalo's favor because it's just the way they play at times. They're down, they come back, make it interesting, find a way to win potentially. But then Cincinnati, it's also in their favor if they, go with a touchdown here. I mean, I get it's a, double-edged sword there, sort of contradict myself, but if, they can continue to run the football the way they have, because they have a running game, work clock, game's over. 1st and 10 from the 20. And Josh Allen, once again, looking to throw. And it'll be caught. Singletary, no gain on the play. I'll actually lose the yard. So 2nd down. As they hug it out. More trash talk, but yeah. 2nd down.
Since last year, what he did to Patrick Mahomes in that championship game to now has been truly remarkable. Tigers don't change their strengths very often. This team has developed the ability to keep it simple and be very exact for their opposing team.
Ball batted down, almost picked off, incomplete.
Deflected and tipped.
About 8:14 to play in this game. 3rd down and 10 coming up. Bengal Tigers don't change their stripes at all, Tony Romo, or do they? You know, they're born with the stripes they have. Like, they get bigger, yeah. I guess we should call up Carol Baskin's so-called dead, or is he alive, husband. 3rd down and 10. That's a false start. That's a false start on the right tackle, and they call it. Took them a minute, but they called it. Yep. Be 3rd and 15 from northern Iowa to upstate western New York. In Orchard Park, it was a 5-yard false start penalty. Back them up. And a very loud Houday chant. The jungle. We'll have to, of course, go on the road again to hold on to win this game. Allen, quick pass, Singletary. And he gets about the 16-yard line. They still got a 4th down. Yeah, you do have a decision to make. You probably kick it. Because if you go for it, don't get it, game's over. You kick it, it's good. You're down 14, but then you need stops and you need 2 touchdowns. 4th and 6 are going to go for it, and they don't get it, the game's over. Now, prove me wrong. If you get it, score on this drive, so what? All right, move on from there. But I'd take the points. You're still going to be down, whether you kick the field goal or score a touchdown here. 4th and 6, especially your ball game. Josh Allen looking to throw. All day to throw, I might add. Down the middle, in the end zone, is batted down, incomplete, intended for Gabe Davis. Turnover on downs, and that should about do it. That's what, I should have kicked it. You should have kicked the field goal from what, about an extra point, 33 yards out or so. Diggs was wide open. How did he not see him? He went to Gabe Davis, 13 rather than 14 Diggs. Incomplete, 7:24 to play. 27-10 Bengals. But yeah, you kick the field goal there. You're down 14, 27-13. You need a couple stops. You need a couple more touchdowns, let alone a tie. But yeah, this game's over. Bengals are going to beat the Bills. As it was over with 11:22 to play. It's definitely over 4 minutes later, and 7-11 still sucks. Sheets is better. As Sheets is also better than Wawa and, every other fucking gas station out there. Or convenience store, for that matter. Where's the sponsorship out there? Down in Blair County. But, no, regardless, game's over. 27-10 Bengals. They'll get the ball back 1st and 10. They have a running game. They'll run the ball. They'll work clock. The Bills only have 2 timeouts and 2-minute warning. They'll try to stop as much as they can, but this game's over. Their season's over. The Bengals are going to go to Kansas City. So next Sunday night at about this time, it'll be followed up from the NFC title game earlier in the day, in which Philadelphia waits the winner of the game still to kick off here shortly with the Cowboys and 49ers in about 45 minutes or so. Next Sunday, the NFC Championship game's at 3, as this game was today. It'll be the Eagles hosting either the 49ers or the Cowboys, whoever wins that later on tonight. The Chiefs are going to host the Bengals next Sunday night at 6:30, bearing any unforeseen comeback here by the Buffalo Bills, who are down 17 with 7.5 to play. Going to be on defense again, needing a stop, which they probably won't get. I'd be surprised if they do. And even if they do get the ball back and score, time still ain't going to be on their side. Even with 2 timeouts, 2-minute warning, still ain't going to be on their side because they haven't done shit all fucking game. They scored once, kicked the field goal. Punted, how many times did I say? 4 or 5 times earlier. Turnover on downs there as well. When you probably should have kicked it, you're down 14. So you're still going to be down. Take the points. You don't get anything, you're still down 17. You're still down 2.5 scores, though. Rather than only 14 at 2 scores. You wouldn't need 2-point attempts. You need 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points. The Bengals have had 28 first downs today compared to the Bills' 16, which is a team postseason record, they say, for Cincy. And they're going to be heading back to the NFC Championship game for the second consecutive year. If they can hold this 17-point lead with 7.5 to play, handoff on 1st and 10, the Bills are going to get the ball back. Just depends on how much time. Bills call timeout. So, yeah, they promote what's to come, hashtag NFL playoffs, and you share on social media. Yeah, about 45 minutes away from Cowboys 49ers. Be live right here on YouTube for that as well. Be sure to tune back in. And then the AFC Next Change games next Sunday. And then 2 weeks from then, Super Bowl 57. With either the Eagles, 49ers, Cowboys, let alone the Chiefs, Bengals, potentially the Bills, but Chiefs or Bengals.
Advance to the championship and be the host next week against the winner of Dallas and San Francisco. What are your thoughts on that game, Doug? I think that was very similar.
And Tony Romo is going to be rooting for the fucking Cowboys. Who would have thought? Who would have guessed that?
Going into today, I think we're the best teams in the NFL for the last month or two. So you could argue earlier.
Yeah, Bills timeout, be 2nd and 8 for Cincy.
You have Buffalo, Cincinnati.
7:19 to play.
You have Dallas, San Francisco, and Philadelphia coming into today. Those are the 6 best teams. I think Dallas can win this game. I think they can win the Super Bowl. I also think San Francisco is
And up the middle, first down run. Yeah, if I'm Buffalo, I mean, maybe this is why Leslie Frazier hasn't gotten another head coaching job. I mean, he sucked with the Vikings the first go around anyway. You know, some coaches are better assistants than they are head coaches. Bills called their third and final timeout with 7:07 to play. They're going to need more than a fucking jet airliner to come back and win this game, let me tell you. Well, they're going to be flying in the snow anyway. But 27-10. Bengals 1st and 10. As they've simply been the best team today. Better than all the rest in the Buffalo Bills, to say the least. I have no idea what the hell this commercial is, but it's very animated, to say the least. But yeah, there's some peanut butter, but it's not Jif. Where's that sponsorship at? But yeah, the big question this offseason for them is, honestly, one, what's next? But two, how do you fix, for anybody, in the offseason, because you're not the last one standing. They think Devin Singletary and James Cook are, the guys. They just drafted James Cook, so he's going to be around, but I mean, of course, they have Nyheim Hines, who they got with Indy for Zach Moss. But, and of course, coaching carousel is spinning. We'll see what happens with all the openings. But it's the run game, which they still got to fix, which I believe I said, I don't know how many times today, along with, in the past, couple years, come playoff time. Because they just simply can't run the football in the playoffs. They can't. They can't stop it. So it's fix the running game and fix your fucking front four. I don't know if anybody's jumping around right now in Buffalo. But 1st and 10 Bengals, I'm sure they're jumping around in the jungle all right. Handoff, Mixon, no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. But the Bills can't stop the clock other than the Bengals get the hell out of bounds, which I don't know why the hell you would, let alone the 2-minute warning, which is about 5 minutes away. Under 7 to play. And there's an issue right there. Diggs is in Allen's face, like, what the fuck? Like, why didn't you give me the football? I was wide open. That's why I said, too, why didn't you throw it to him? Josh Allen trying to do too much is another reason why they're going to lose in the playoffs. But then also not having a running game because he's your leading rusher, and then defense is shit. Handoff up the middle. They can't stop the run. Mixon for another 8-9 yards. 3rd and short. Hell, he has officially now today over 100 yards. That goes for 8. So we'll give him 20 carries for $110 and a touchdown. But yeah, the Bills can't stop the clock. So if I'm Cincinnati, I'm draining the play clock to 1 second, snapping it, run the ball, doing it again for another 40 seconds, doing it again for another 40 seconds after that, and then, all over again after 3rd and short here coming up. 3rd and 2, Burrow going to hand off. Mixon, another 1st down run. 1st down, Cincinnati. And hell, the Bills might not even get the fucking ball back. So what's Josh Allen going to say now, especially that question, this offense ain't good enough to win a Super Bowl. And then he says, okay, what the fuck's he going to say now? Because they're not, because they're going to fucking lose in the playoffs. In the division round, I might add again. And then they got to make this about DeMar Hamlin. Like, shut the fuck up already about it, all right? First and 10, Cincinnati. 5 minutes and counting on the dot to play. And they're running again up the middle. Nixon. And more loud Houday chants. And you might want to watch yourself because Bills Mafia. Yeah, smack them. Keep smacking them. Because that's all we did, smack them. But no, Bills Mafia might put you through a table. About a 7-second differential. I'll have to snap it here about, we'll say 4:09 forever to play. 2nd and 6 coming up. As Burrow gives a salute on the audible. Yeah, they snapped at 4:09. 2nd and 6. And 2 yards up the middle. Be 3rd down and 4. Yeah, you got to talk about the Bengals being that team to beat in the AFC then at that point. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to disagree with that. That's true.
The road record, how that turned around. I mean, it's been remarkable. Well, the one common theme there is Joe Burrow. He helps turn around sometimes.
Yeah, number 1 overall pick. Yeah. You got to have a quarterback to win. It's quarterback-driven league. You don't have a quarterback, you don't have a running game, you don't have good defense, you're not going to win. And like I said, Samaje Perine there, 3rd and 3, going to be short, right at midfield, 4th and about a yard. They'll punt, pit them deep, make them drive, but 3 minutes to play, no timeouts, 2-minute warning, so on 17. Game's over. I mean, hell, you could go for it and ice them. Game's officially over then at that point. Under 3 to play, but we'll see if the Bills get the ball back here or not. But they'll go for it. 4th and a yard. Burrow going to get pushed on a sneak. Yep. False start. Yeah, 4th and 6. Now you punt. Been nice for them to seal it right there and get 1st down during the clock then. Now you got to punt. Yeah, Buffalo will get the ball back now. But 2:38 to play, no timeouts, 2-minute warning to come. You're still on 17. Like, you got to score on the first play, get the ball back, score again on the onside kick on the return, and then hope you get the ball back again and score again. Like, no, game's been over, and it's officially going to be over in 2 minutes and 39 seconds. But yeah, you got to have a quarterback to win. It's quarterback-driven league. You got to have a running game, good defense. If you don't, let alone in the playoffs, as I said earlier, and I've always said, running game, good defense wins the championships. And Buffalo at the head coaching position, Sean McDermott, I wouldn't necessarily say, he's under fire by any means. He's one of the best in the league. You don't know what you got until it's gone, because the Bills, until he, came to town, had sucked. Going back to when they went to the playoffs and went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost all 4, but it's the running game, it's defense. It travels in the playoffs. If you can run the ball and wear out your opponent, beat them deep with play action, and play good defense yourself, rely on special teams when needed, you're going to win. 9 times out of 10, you're going to win. And so as Buffalo get it 1st and 10 at the 10, down 17, 2:32 to play. We'll see what they do here, but this game's over. Josh Allen dump off to Singletary, gets out of bounds, clock stops for the time being. 2nd down, about 3, maybe 4. But you got to give it to the Bengals. You do. They're a damn good team. They won the division. Just sucks a Steeler fan. They beat them week 1, and they lost to him at home by 1 score. Lost to a lot of people by 1 score this year, right before Thanksgiving. Then they went on their run, won 6 of 8 after the bye. But yeah, no neutral site AFC Championship game now next week. Those tickets will get reimbursed. Bengals, Chiefs from Arrowhead next Sunday night. Officially 7 days from now. He's down. How did you let him get up and continue running? He was down. 2-minute warning, 1:59 officially to play. Still 27-10.
Yeah, they're good, but did they get lucky with that? But the grill he created there was just...
The Bengals didn't get lucky today. They played a complete game. And they put it to the Bills. The Bills would have got lucky if they would have won. But they're not going to. As they'll celebrate with snow angels. But, yeah, 2 minutes to play, 27-10 here. So we'll see how good the game is coming up in about a half hour or so. We'll be back on live for that. Stay on here until this wraps up. At the start of the next game, though, for that stream is when we'll officially give final stats and scores for this game with the Bengals defeating the Bills. But yeah, Buffalo, I mean, they're not in trouble. They'll be around, but they just can't get over that hump. They can't get the AFC Championship game. They can't. So, yeah, the AFC Championship game will be in Kansas City next week. Be Bengals, Chiefs for the second consecutive year. Winner to get the Super Bowl. Bengals looking to go back the second consecutive year. Chiefs for the second time in 3 years. Load on the third and fourth. So, yeah, we'll see who wins that game. Still got to see who is going to play the Eagles, though, next Sunday afternoon. The 49ers Cowboys. But, yeah, leave it at that. But, yeah, the Bengals are going to win this game here. And leave it at that. We'll just see what the official final score is going to be. And then we'll sign off, and I'll see everybody in about a half hour or so. So be sure to tune back in for that. And then the same goes for next weekend as well for the conference title games. And like I said, I don't want to hear any excuse about the snow. That's why they lost. They should be used to playing in this compared to the Bengals, for one. But, you know, as the crowd empties out, the Bengals were the better team today, and they deserve to win this game. If the Bills would have came back and won, they would have won, but I don't think they would have deserved to win. They would have got lucky. But that's not going to be the case because the Bengals are going to win here. 2nd and 7, though, 2 minutes to play, 1:59 officially, Bills ball. Allen looking to throw, dumps it off, incomplete, 10 for Dawson Knox. 3rd down. So he'll play. That'll be a big topic this week, but he'll play. Is Tony Romo sucking on something, eating something? Like, what the fuck? He catches breath, burp. What the fuck's up with his right hand compared to his left hand? Looks like fucking Chubbs off of Happy Gilmore. And, you know, the AFC Championship game now next week will be a AFC Championship game rematch from last year with the Bengals and Chiefs, but it'll be a rematch from this season, I might add, as well. And the Bengals beat the Chiefs at home. Now they're going to have to go to Kansas City again to try to get back to the Super Bowl. So we'll have that game again next week. Dump off on the screen. Singletary at about the 43. First down, Buffalo. Maybe if Case Keenum would have played for the Bills today, see him on the sideline there, they might have had a better chance to win. That's a shot. I shouldn't have said that. I just saw him, thought of it, and said it. Think before you speak, though. I get that. Yes, yeah. Remember, he's had some, rich playoff history with Diggs, who was cussing out Josh Allen for not getting the football. Talk about the Minneapolis Miracle. Tony Romo's having a hard time right now. I think he's having a hard time in general. Like, what the fuck is he doing in the booth? I think I'm going to go get something to eat and take a piss break myself before the NFC game still to come tonight. Josh Allen in the end zone is picked off, intended for Beasley. And the Bengals can kneel it out. And Cincinnati's going to beat Buffalo 27-10. And what some people will say is an upset. But, a couple weeks ago, we didn't know who was going to win that game. They had a 7-3 lead, but then with 5:58 to play, the game was postponed, suspended, and then officially canceled. A rematch of that today. The Bengals didn't care about any of that. They came out and showed out, and they came out to win, and they're going to do just that. They'll mark them down about the 3-yard line. And it's going to be a long-ass offseason for Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, and rightfully so because, well, there's your first turnover of the game. I get trying to make a play there, especially late. You're down like this. But just overall today, as, seemingly all the damn time, Josh Allen trying to do too damn much. And then no running game doesn't help. When you can't stop the run on defense because your opponent has a running game, well, it also hurts as well. So, AFC Championship game now next Sunday. It's a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game. And then, dating back to New Year's of last year, week 17, 2 kneel downs there. There's a backflip, and that'll do it. Bengals beat the Bills 27-10. But the Chiefs haven't beaten the Bengals since before 2020. Yeah, Burrow is playing damn good ball. Better than Josh Allen today for sure. And I'm just interested to see what the hell he's going to say now. Because, once again, he was asked, or he was told that, hey, I don't buy a reporter. I don't think this offense is good enough to go and win the Super Bowl. And he said, okay. Well, honestly, who's laughing now? As the Bengals advance to their second consecutive AFC Championship game for the first time in team history. Going to try to get back to the Super Bowl. Remember, they lost the Rams last February. But next Sunday night, it'll be the Bengals and Chiefs from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, no neutral site. And coming up in about a half hour or so, we'll find out who Philadelphia plays next Sunday afternoon. Whether it be the 49ers or Cowboys. And then 3 weeks from now, Super Bowl 57. As they'll do some post-game interviews. But in the meantime, as mentioned, we'll update final stats and scores from this game at the start of the next game for the next stream with Cowboys and 49ers. So be sure to tune back in for that in about a half hour or so. Live right here on YouTube. But in the meantime, that'll do it for myself, your host, Encyclopedia Sports. Cole and Luke 96 live right here on YouTube. We'll have more insight of what just happened with everything I've stated the past couple hours then as well. So be sure to tune back in. But be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Links in the description below. See everybody shortly. And then also next weekend I might add as well. But in the meantime, the Bengals beat the Bills 27-10. They'll play at the Chiefs next Sunday. Winner to take on either Philadelphia, San Francisco, or Dallas in the Super Bowl 3 weeks from today. But that'll do it. So once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below.